What's going on?
What's going on, indeed? Hello, VOD people. We are back with Life is Strange Double Exposure, and Roxas said it best. We ended the last episode with a big twist. A lot of crazy stuff swirling around now, with Max holding the gun in the picture right before Safi died. We don't really know what the explanation is yet. We were kind of playing around with the idea that, you know, Max from the other timeline could have been responsible for what happened. My reading of the situation is that, well, I would just be surprised if it's as simple as, like, Max is the one who pulled the trigger, regardless of which version of her it is. I mean, it could be, but for the reveal to come at the end of episode 2, in an episode that they released early for people who bought the deluxe edition, that means we have to spend the next 3 episodes figuring out, like, how and why. So I just think, like, there's too much time left for that to be I think it's 5. I could be wrong. Every main Life is Strange game is 5 episodes. The only one that isn't is Before the Storm, which is 3. But 1, 2, True Colors, and yeah, that's it. Those were all 5. So I was also thinking that now that we know that certain people have seen their doubles and have low-key crossed over, Max used her powers accidentally to swap the telescopes between the living timeline and the dead timeline. When we talk to Lucas in the Fab about, like, oh, my son is saying that I told him this XYZ about, like, why his mom and I got divorced, and he thinks it couldn't have been, like, he's saying it had to have been Safi, but it was probably the other Lucas who told his son that. So I don't know, like, it seems like the doppelgangers, the other alternate selves are crossing over. Because that would be given what we know about, like, Reggie seeing himself at the Overlook, and with Max, you know, causing things to shift between timelines. I'm thinking the other Lucas told his son XYZ, so I don't know. But I'm excited. Let's get back into it. Ooh, we haven't worn... Wait, what? Oh, Pet Rock is new. Actually, the shirts are all new. We've worn... I think we've worn all of the jackets, but they've changed the shirts. So, I kind of want to wear the cat shirt. But the Rock shirt's fun, too. What do you guys think? Or the whale. Well, the whale's really tiny, though. The whale's like a little symbol up here. The cat's so cute! I'm doing the cat. The Rock. I don't know! Someone say something! Make up my mind! The first person who says cat or rock, I'm doing that one. Cat, you got it. We're doing it. Go. Sorry, Squiggly Wiggler beat you. Sorry. Spin. Ah, piss. Let me know on sound, by the way, if it's too loud, too quiet. But, Butt Rock. I'm sorry, it's not Butt Rock. It's Dad Rock now. So, how does Max fall asleep after this? Also, she eating hot Cheetos or Takis? I can turn it up more. Unless you're fucking with me, T-Mac.
How is it already morning?
How do you sleep after your friend thinks that you killed your other friend? Alright, I could turn it up a bit.
This makes about as much sense as it did last night. Let's take a look at the evidence for the cajillionth time. I've gotta be missing something.
Yeah, the murder really wore her out. Also, wait, did she change? She changed her shirt. I guess she could have left and gone and did that, but it's kind of giving the impression that she didn't leave after Moses. Make it make sense.
What that photo of me suggests. There's no way I shot Safi.
You've shot her with your camera. Well, oh god. Oh, Victoria Post! Well, first of all I've done all night is stare at this ugly fucking ceiling. There's nobody in the entire house but me. I'm up, come over if you feel like it. It's too cold to leave the house, this is why you should kick somebody out of Abraxas' house and let me live there. You need to get the fuck out of Vermont, dude. Well, you could always live somewhere else. Not in the mood for this shit, die. Die! Victoria! My long-standing advice, never meet your heroes. That kind of letdown can hurt you if you're not careful. Well, like Mark Jefferson? People meet their hero all the time and it's fine. You're so right. Why didn't I think of that? No need to be rude about it. She blocked me. Oh, I'm so glad Victoria's still here. Moses, someone asked me once why I like numbers. The reality is numbers have no emotions. That makes them easier to understand. They just are. Oh, babe, easier to understand isn't inherently superior. And what you're going through right now is normal, even if it's also painful. Did Moses tell Tony that we killed Safi? Yeah, maybe Safi was a really bad person and she needed to die, but I can't imagine that's the route that it's going to take. Spoken like someone who's never met an irrational number. I'm kidding, of course, but hopefully that made you smile a little. Diamond, shine bright like a...
I get where Diamond's coming from. This must be terrifying for students.
3 days and no word from Caledon or the cops about Safi's death, except a rumor about a Detective Alderman with a lead on who shot her. It's really disappointing and frustrating to see as faculty as well. Hell, we haven't even heard that rumor. I'm saying there could be a whole serial killer walking around campus and we can't even get an update. Please, I implore you to be patient. As you can understand, no one is more on top of this than I am. I want justice more than anyone. Hold on, rumor? Where did you hear this? You have my number, Diamond, and I expect to hear my phone ring very soon. Fucking Loretta. Amanda. Finals may be postponed, but the ST is still open, the Snapping Turtle, for those not in the loop. Did you know that Alderman is an older man? Snapping Turtle is still open if anyone wants some late night coffee or just someone to be around. We're open till midnight. Thanks for this, Amanda. Best coffee in all of Lakeport. It would be nice to get out of my dorm for a bit. And from Kim, who is like a rando. Caledon's art department is amazing, but what they refer to as taste is just an excuse to determine what art is considered low and highbrow. What if we did away with both and let art be art? Won't happen. Hierarchy and money go hand in hand. Somebody has to get shafted. Not true. People should be allowed to like what they like, free of judgment. They should, but they won't. I'm with you, Kim, but I believe there should be some distinctions. Maybe we could talk about it over a cup of coffee in the Fab. Gotta love good old college intellectuals and the, exchanging ideas and in the marketplace of ideas. That's a thing that happens. Ooh. Hey Max, you dashed out in a hurry. Is Moses okay? I only asked because whatever was that urgent had to be important. Isn't anything to do with Safi's death? Silence is its own answer, Max. Thanks for the tip. What an asshole. Chat. Where do these come from, Vaca? Brat chat? Is it just like its own thing? Alright, make it make sense.
Moses, when this is all over, I'll play as many games of Mana Massive as you want. I swear.
Unless you go to jail for being a murderer.
I read the beginning.
Regular Jeff is here.
It's annoyingly good. Unfortunately, Lucas didn't include an evidence that I killed Safi chapter.
Wait, explain.
Restraining Order Lucas said Safi once threatened to turn his son against him. That certainly implies some bad blood in their past. But that Lucas was scared of Safi, not out for revenge. None
And also,
of this is conclusive enough.
that Lucas said that his son said that Lucas told his son about why they were getting a divorce. He's just assuming it was Safi.
Is that me? Did I go back in time and do that? It doesn't make any sense. And I would never hurt Safi. Not on purpose. That isn't me. It can't be. Maybe if I go object by object, an answer will jump out at me.
And also, another thing about the timelines merging and there being crossover is that Gwen was caught on camera. Like, it looks just like Gwen, and she was selling drugs to students.
Maybe if I go object by object,
I know!
an answer will jump. Why on earth did Gwen cancel Safi's book deal?
This we still have no idea
Get
on.
it in the first place?
It is. It's a good delete this meme. I said last time it reminds me of the Bernie Sanders, I am no longer asking.
Before Safi died, Gwen got her book canceled. And I still don't know why. But that doesn't mean she killed Safi. Plus, Dead World Gwen seems genuinely torn up over her death. Yeah, the Gwen theory has some holes.
Also, I'm trying to figure out the name of these snacks up here, but it has the word toes, like toes on your feet, and I hate that. Cheese toes? Ew.
Whoever did this had to go to so much trouble. Vin definitely knows more about the cow skull than he's letting on. Plus, there was that photo of him and Safi canoodling.
Is that what we're
But
calling
what
it?
does that even mean?
Alright, we're gonna get more coffee. We're still in detective mode.
Coffee. Coffee is friend. Get coffee now.
Alright, Millennial Max. Don't talk to me until I've had my coffee and I finish murdering my friend in an alternate timeline. Yeah, it's a good question. I don't know why she printed
No matter how
it.
much I stare at you,
Because she likes it when things are tactile.
you refuse to make sense. Moses?
Well, if she can get her old powers back from the first game, she could jump into the photo and kill her other self.
Hello, Miss Caulfield.
Ooh!
Oh, fuck.
Can I come
Depictions of abuse. Which, the first time we talked to this guy, we had this warning. I don't really remember him saying anything about abuse.
The photo.
Unless he
If he
abuses
sees
me.
that,
Yeah, that's not good. That's why he printed it, babe, because you need to have some contrived thing to have to hide in this sequence.
in? I have some questions.
That's exactly why she printed it. I'm not gonna say get out. Because they'll just be like, oh, we're naming Jordan Peele movies? Okay, nope. What do you want to know?
of course, I can answer your questions right here.
Well, this is a nice change of pace since yesterday.
Now it's suspicious that
I
I'm
appreciate the
cooperative.
cooperation.
Why didn't you choose that rock shirt? Then he pulls his gun out. Don't look near the bananas! You're allergic to bananas. Don't look. Get away.
There are just a few details I'm struggling to make sense of.
Does he think I did it? I mean, he's suspicious of me because of the whole thing with Moses earlier on, but he's really, like, cornering me like I did it, which I guess I did.
Go ahead.
Oh, we're naming Jordan Peele movies? Us? Nope. Great combo.
Arcadia Bay, where you went to
Oh
high
shit,
school.
Arcadia Bay name drop?
Yes?
A beautiful town with a surprisingly violent story to tell. Not
Look at the light
unlike
outside. Look at the window.
Bay and Safi are not connected.
Or are they?
a small town with a curious number of murders.
How many? 2, right? Rachel and Chloe? And in the timeline where you sacrifice Chloe. And I wonder if this scene has changed if you say that you just broke up with Chloe, because then it's literally just the one murder. Which is... I've got you pinned down, Max. You killed your hometown just like you killed Safi. Is that what he says if you pick the Chloe Lives timeline? I mean... I get... But... Nathan never dies in any timeline, does he? He dies before you reset because Jefferson kills him. But I think regardless of whether the storm goes away or not, Nathan lives. He does? Really? Oh, I guess he can die in the hurricane timeline, yeah. He would die with everybody else. Probably talks about that, yeah. You killed Frank's beans!
And now, Safi, Llewellyn Fayed, murdered in a small town? What are the odds?
I mean...
What do you think, Miss Caulfield? Are you the one who's unlucky? Or is it just everyone who ever meets you?
Who is this fucking loser? That's messed up, bro.
Go fuck yourself. Arcadia Bay has nothing to do with Safi.
Ooh, there it is. Touched a nerve? I knew I'd find one if I kept poking around.
like ACAB and everything, but this guy is like so villainous, like outwardly, not like your usual like brutish police officer villainous, but like megalomaniac, like evil mastermind villainous. Like what's
I'm
happening?
not answering any more of his questions.
What the fuck happened to the telescope,
Oh.
Maxine?
Maxine, not a great reading. What do you mean?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Someone was in the office with me. I could hear them.
Maybe that's why, because he's fucking lost it, because like he thinks he's going crazy. The fucking telescope just assembled.
I saw Moses in the hallway, but I didn't see you. All right, enough. We're not getting anywhere. This case has been abnormal.
What the fuck happened to the telescope, Sora?
None of the evidence makes any
With Una by my
sense.
side.
At least that's something we can agree on.
But I know why now.
Okay. Shoot.
Somehow, all this death leads to you.
Really? Like in real life, I don't know. Let's say I live in my hometown until I'm, 19, 20, and I had a friend who got killed, and she had a girlfriend who got killed. And then I move, and then 10 years later, one of my friends dies. Like, it's unfortunate, it's unlucky. But would a real detective be like, there's gotta be a link. There's gotta be a connection. Like, I'm a spree killer who takes a 10-year break? Like, what?
That's not true.
Maybe, I mean, he's not saying that he thinks I did it, but he thinks, like, it's like, I'm a part of it in both cases. Why is he so evil? One person knows 2 dead lesbians. That's pretty gay, don't you think, Miss Caulfield?
He saw
He
it.
literally just
He
evil
saw the
laughed.
photo. Stupid, Max. Stupid.
Well, did he see what was on the
The hell do
photo,
I
or
do
just the
now?
fact that there was a photo? If he saw you holding a gun, I'm sure he would have done more than laugh evilly and leave, unless he's getting backup.
None of this makes any
Yeah, just
sense.
flip it over, or just...
What happened that night? Why the fuck am I in this picture?
It is really contrived that she printed it out. I mean, I
The
get
old
it.
me would
It's a
have
better
just
prop.
Jumped back in time to the moment this photo was taken.
It's better TV to have a physical thing than a screen within a screen.
Maybe
Okay,
I still could.
But now there's, like I said before, if she can. I kind of hope she tries and fails to go back into it. It's like, nope, you're fucked. You can't do that anymore. Oh, maybe it's working. Please don't make me do the focus thing. Oh. She had some energy going there, though. Oh. Don't shit yourself, Maxine. God, if she turns around, it's her face from 2013. Oh, she's bleeding. No! The great evil returns. Fuck me. Oh, no! No music. Just pain. How much more do I can't make it go... Oh, wait. Oh, there you go. Okay, it's actually way better in this go around. Some sound effects would be killer. Okay, that sucked. That blew. There was no sound or music there. Oh!
So that's what it feels like to capture the perfect photo. No. Feels good. Final.
Sophie.
Oh my god. What the fuck?! Okay. What, did the storm take a fucking 10-year break? Life is Strange After the Storm. This is what this is. Yeah, physically, where we're at, like, the Overlook, same kind of vibe as the first game. This is where Chloe died. Or where we, like, you know, accepted that we had to go back and you know, let her die in the bathroom. When we played the first episode, I don't remember, like, there was no storm, right? So this, I just don't get it. Like, Safi runs away. We're back in episode 1, right? Let's think about this. We're back in episode 1. Safi takes the call. She runs away, or walks away, whatever. We're following her. We don't hear, like, a storm. There's no evidence of a storm, I don't think. We heard the gunshot. It was kind of muffled. Like, not really, like, that. It didn't feel that obvious. And when we got there, there was no storm. So I don't know what... Is this, like, another timeline? I'm very confused.
But there wasn't a storm the day Safi
Thank you.
died.
Thank you, Max.
Maybe we are cursed.
Are you, like, fucking Chloe reincarnated? Like, if it turns out this lady's voiced by Ashley Birch, I'm gonna lose my mind.
You, me, and Maya?
Oh, Maya was the other girl who died. Maya is the girl who killed herself at this Overlook. We never met her. She's, like, an off-screen pre-game character. I know who Maya is, so...
Safi, how did we get here? What happened?
Is she evil?
Stop stalling, Max.
She wants me to kill her. She wants me to kill her. Or is, like, accepted it. What do you want?
I don't understand. What do you want from me?
Pull the trigger.
So, like, basically it's the same thing again, where, like, we try to save her and we go through all this nonsense, and it turns out, like, the only way to stop the storm is to kill your friend again? Sorry, but I'm trying to talk through it. Sorry. I like to talk through my thoughts in the real time. Well, we did the time warp and we're back.
What? No. No, that wasn't enough time.
Because not only did we just go in the past, we went into the past in an alternate timeline. Or no. Well, it's confusing because, sorry, this is the same timeline where she died, but we're also seeing a version of events that didn't happen when we actually were there in the past. Get doomed by the narrative. Shitter. You're all out of nose blood, Max. You gotta refill.
If I can just... Fuck!
Amanda's like, did somebody say fuck? Wait, no, they're not on romantic terms in this timeline. Oh yeah, Max is 100% a headache girly.
Moses,
Also, this is a great shot.
you were right. I don't know how. But you were. I have to tell him. Everything.
Which we tried to do. When he first saw the picture, but he ran away. I mean, there's no way Alderman saw the picture to the degree that it was, like, he knew it was Max holding a gun, right? Otherwise, why would he leave and not do anything? Alright. I owe an explanation, or as much of one as I have. Meet me at the Overlook? Really, Max? There? Yeah, like, come on, Max. That's where he thinks you shot his friend. I know it doesn't make sense. I'll do my best, please. Fine. Thank you. Moses better bring a gun. Moses has no reason to not come to this meeting completely fucking strapped. Oh my god, nice Alderman pick. Alderman clearly anticipated backup in his investigation, and I wasn't going to be the one to help him. And if he hoped to drive a wedge between me and Moses by asking for my help, then he only ended up making our bond stronger. He seems like he's used to getting things his way. He tried to act nonchalant, but I could tell he was annoyed. Really? Did he try to act nonchalant? He did an evil big villain laugh after he saw the picture and left. I wish he'd focus on figuring out what happened to Safi instead of playing mind games. I think he's kind of doing both. I don't really know if it's... Max has a gun. Yeah, Moses thinks I killed Safi. Da-da-da-da. Yeah, that's my nonchalant... Like, what?
Moses is waiting for me up there. Hopefully.
But first, an
I
update
get
from
it,
Joyce.
Dating after everything that's happened feels impossible.
Oh, I guess it didn't work out with her and David. I've been in the dating scene for 2 months and I'm ready to call quits. Trying to find someone new to accept all my baggage at my age is too much. Trying to find someone who will put up with my half-eaten pancakes is basically a Herculean task. Everyone's got baggage. It's older women with baggage that seems to be the problem. I'm not for them if they want to pretend. That's a young girl's game. I considered omitting my divorce on the apps, but it changed me and I can't cover that up. I know what you mean. I want to be with someone, but only if I can be myself. Alright. We have another page right now? God, she works fast. Alderman knows about my powers. He forced his way in here and scared the shit out of me. Does he? Maybe if I pretended I was on his team, he wouldn't have busted in here like that, but I doubt it. Worst thing is he saw the photo and just smiled at me? The fuck? The fuck? He's plotting something, but I don't know what to do. How do I stop a cop? Chloe, later the strangest shit happened. My old powers came back and I saw what happened with Safi. I did do it. I don't know how, but I can't let this happen. It feels like I'm running in circles and I don't know how to make it all just stop. He knows about the powers? I mean, he knows about the photo. I don't know. I'll have to go back and watch that scene again and see how he reacts to it. Alright. Running up that hill. Back to the crime scene. Oh, please don't make me shift around, although it will let me here, curiously. Oh. We got stuff up here from Gwen and Amanda. And Safi, running late with grades, but I promise I'll have them ready in the next few days. Good to know. I've been on the lookout all week. You good? I promise. Go party or something. Me and Diamond are still finishing up some admin work. Swing by and we'll make it a party. I'm down. Amanda, this month's Native Artist Spotlight, Tegan Thomas Solomon. Tegan is an Abenaki artist from Lakeport, specializing in watercolors of the local landscapes. And to the people asking, Tegan is lovely, but no, we are not related just because her middle name is Thomas. Not all indigenous people are cousins. Jeez Louise! Like, I'm not even Abenaki, I'm Cherokee and Algonquin. My parents moved here from the Midwest. Wait until they learn we can drive U-Hauls. Driving a U-Haul is the scariest thing I could think of. I can't remember if we read this. I don't think so. Yeah, because I just said there's a new Gwen one. Unfortunately, I have been placed on leave from Caledon University. Thank you to my colleagues who have been with me on this journey for years. This is unfortunate, but I'm looking ahead to what's next. This is absolutely ridiculous. Please let me know if you need anything. Their purported acclaim is because of your investment in students. I'm beyond disgusted with these people. I know you're innocent, Dr. Hunter. I wouldn't be surprised if Caledon's trying to cover up something. Alright, should I stay in the Alive timeline just to see what happens if I go up here? Yeah, Alive is orange, Dead is blue.
I have to go back up there.
Yeah, the hue of the scene does change. Conveniently, another point. Another post from Lucas. I do wish, like, it would keep up there, or there was just a symbol. Like, just that moon-looking symbol in the top left or right, that would be really helpful. Alright, what's up, Lucas? I was personalizing WBTT. I think that's this book. For the book expo, and a fan asked me to address his to Simeon. I said, like the author, but when I looked up, lo and behold, oh, it was really him? It was. So you're a writer's writer. That's so cool. Simeon is a genuinely kind guy. He makes it a point to get autographs from all writers, veterans, as well as up-and-comers. The Simeon Lawal. I'd love to get his autograph. Alright, it's just a humble brag. Oh wait, I want to be back in the living timeline just to see what happens. Because we're here to meet Dead World Moses, but I wonder if there's anything... Oh my god, get a glue! Yesterday I interviewed a group of Caledon students who said they were swarmed by a flock of owls by the Overlook, a flock that suddenly disappeared. Anyone else experiencing something similar? The fucking animal symmetry, or not symmetry, symbolism again with the, you know, maybe Safi is represented by the owl somehow. Bring on the teleporting owl parliaments, I say. Don't tell me you actually believe this stuff. No, I'm not into supernatural stuff, but someone's making this happen. Kazoo time! T-Mac, number from 1 to, what was it? 52? 1 to 52. The owls are not what they seem. 2. Alright. Alright, I'm not sure if people will get this one. You probably will. That is the lyrics. Do you know the name of the song, regular GF? Feel It Still. There you go. Mr. Postman. That is Feel It Still by Portugal The Man. 2017. There you go. I was definitely off key on that first go of the chorus. Lucas, don't forget to come roast me at the Snapping Turtle tomorrow. I got a peek at the jokes and they are lit. There's a Lucas roast. Wow, maybe fire your publicist for this. Please let us go to the roast. It is definitely coworker music. I don't hate that song, but it is. I wouldn't say it's coworker music, but it's like you know, MacBook or car commercial music. I only know like one other song by them. Wish I could go. Have an announcement planned. Another book, perhaps. I got my grades for the year. I'm out of Caledon. Next year for Krampus, maybe. Reggie-Tales. Well, they're not going to summa cum laude me, but I think I squeaked by my econ final. Thank fuck. Congrats. Thank you for helping me. I owe you a tasty drink. And that's what I'm talking about. Love to be average. Listen, C's get degrees, baby. Alright. Is there a shift point up here? There is. Alright, nothing really out of the ordinary.
Overlook, Max.
Oh.
1 foot in front of the other.
Can I reflect on the bench?
Might be a good place to wait for Moses. Better cross to the other side.
I've missed like so many reflection points. You know, normally, folks, I would say in the relationship that I'm the impatient one, but you get regular GF in the chat, and it's a whole different story. Snowdrop Flowers, Safi.
I know Safi would have something poetic to say about this.
Like chalk outline type thing.
If only.
I'm just gonna keep this one. And before we meet Moses, I have to pee. Haha. Be right back. We're back, baby.
Girl power rules!
Honestly, I think it's fine to let the intro run again after a break. You know, it's like, alright, we're back from commercial. There's the sign that I'm back. Oh. Regular GF closed my door. I forgot to close it. I did put the seat back down, though.
I have to go back up there.
All right, we're already here, Max. Under My Skin by New Dad. Is this the David Madsen theme? I'm your new dad! Boogie woogie woogie.
Stay the fuck away from me.
Nope. I was like, interesting
What if he
lyrics.
doesn't come? I couldn't blame him. I killed
Please
his
let
sister.
Moses show up with a gun. It'd be so funny. It's
What
the
does
same
that
picture, but
say
Moses.
That any version of me could do something like
Like,
that?
in fairness, Max, you clearly didn't want to do it, and Safi was like kind of being like an evil gremlin about it. I really hope Safi is not like a bad person. Like, she
He's
fucked Vin,
Probably not coming.
which sucks. But she shouldn't be killed for it. You think that's why she killed her? Because she fucked Vin? Should I get up? Look at these bears. What if it's a choice to leave or not? I'm just gonna enjoy it. Hi, Owl. And if I get copyright struck for this, then whatever. Someone in chat said that you should be fine with all these songs, but... Yeah, is this one of the reflections that we haven't been getting? I mean, aside from her poor taste in fuck partners, I don't really have any reason to believe that Safi is a bad person. Like, that is the most negative thing I can say about her, is that she canoodled with Vin. And Vin's not, like, a criminal, he's just kind of a douche, you know? I'm sure we all have a friend who slept with a douche. I'm gonna get up, I guess. Here he comes.
Diamond knows where I am and who I'm meeting. So don't do anything stupid.
I'm not gonna shoot you.
I deserved that.
No, you didn't, Max.
So talk. Tell me the truth.
Powers. I have powers.
Tell me why you did it.
I don't know. I haven't done it yet. I don't think it really matters what I say here. I'm gonna say I don't know why.
You were right. I shot Safi. But I can't tell you why, because I don't know the answer myself.
No reason you could give would be good enough.
Moses, wait! I asked you to come here so I could show you proof. Something is weird about
She
this
told
place.
me to do it.
Look. These flowers. What are the odds they'd bloom in the middle of winter? Exactly in the shape of Safi's body?
I feel like this is like this game's version of the first game's like weird weather oddities, like the double moon or the snow in fall. Something else I can't remember. The birds dying.
5 minutes and then I leave.
It's like a byproduct of the weird time fuckery.
So.
Oh, so now you know the exact shape of Safi's body?
This
The
other
eclipse,
timeline,
yeah.
where Safi is alive, and I can travel between this timeline and that one.
4 minutes.
I know that it sounds insane, but I can show you. I'll hop from this timeline to the other. You'll see me poof disappear.
Yeah, to some magical fantasy world where you didn't kill Safi, right?
It's not a fantasy world. It's connected to this one. If I try to, I can even see the other one from here.
Wait, you can see across them?
And here, too.
So if you disappear or whatever, and I do something while you're gone,
I can tell you what it was when I
Right.
come back. And then you'll believe me?
This is a reasonable amount of like hesitancy for Moses though, because when she explained it to Warren, I mean Warren was so like fucking max pilled that he would believe anything. But Warren was just like, oh yeah, sure, of course, yeah, you're a time god. But Moses is like, I need you to work with me here.
Okay, deal.
And the rift is gone.
He's not here. Yet.
What?
Let's give him a few minutes. Maybe wait on the bench.
We had a good run. What was it? 39 minutes? Hi, Yasmin. Reached out to Detective Alderman this morning for an update, and he sounded very much addled. I've never heard that used to describe, like... honestly, the only time I hear addled is, like, drug-addled. He's just regular addled. He said he spoke to you? What did you say to him? Please tell me you didn't say anything to jeopardize this case. That's just who he is. He sucks. I've only known him for like a day, but I get the impression he's always pretty on edge. You're probably right. He is a little intense. I just want answers, and he's my only hope right now. It is classic jank, but it's not like it's not even like Life is Strange 1 jank. So Max just had like a sort of filler line where she acted like she hadn't met Moses yet after we had just had the whole cutscene with him. Stuff like that never really happened in the first game. Like, the first game has its flaws. Like, it might have a graphical bug here or there, or, you know, the writing might be an issue at times, but it never had, like, those sort of moments, which we've had at basically every episode now, with, like, weirdness where the dialogue breaks or is inaudible or is oddly quiet. This game is way less polished, unfortunately, than any of the other ones, even 2, which I don't like. Yeah, I guess I skipped around something. Alright, am I gonna...
I shouldn't leave yet.
Oh, okay. Am I gonna go over here and do it? Yeah, right here. Okay, Moses, you watching?
I have to use my
Bye.
powers. When Moses is out of here. Now to see what Moses is up to on the other side. Shit. I think Moses is too stunned to do anything. Let me jump back over to make sure I didn't break him.
But first, I have more posts. Fuck me. Okay. Oh, hang on, wait, what is this? Okay, is everything okay? Why'd you run off? This is like right when she died, all this. Yeah. Sorry, I think Sophie went to the Overlook and I want to make sure she's alright. Oh, again, put the dates so I know when the fuck these conversations are happening. Because I have to figure out, like, when did I stop reading this? When is the new stuff? Hang on, I'll join you in a minute. Yo, Max, shot in the dark here. I think Sophie was the one who was shot in the dark, wasn't she? Any chance you know what happened to my telescope? The very heavy, very expensive telescope I was almost done assembling? I stepped away for a few minutes, and when I came back, it was no longer close to being assembled. I guess I'll text other Moses. Faulty materials? Maybe they sent you a bad telescope and it disassembled itself? If such a thing were even possible, it'd be on par with the miracle of physics that led to this current situation. What does Isaac Newton say about this sort of thing? Sadly, he'd be as clueless as I am. And crosstalk. I know there's a rational explanation.
Sorry, Moses.
It was a good joke. I know there's a rational explanation for most phenomenon, but I gotta say, whatever happened to my telescope defies any I can think of. Not the huge telescope you were so excited to assemble, and that I insincerely said I would love to help you with? The very same. Going on the record to say, on behalf of the entire science department, we did not touch your telescope, not even Carla. When we were kids, I messed with the telescope Moses got for Xmas, and he got his revenge. Let's just say my stomach ain't been right since. Oh my god, Moses poisoned his brother or sister? I've heard some weird reports about performance art at the Observatory Outlook. I can't take credit for it myself, but I applaud my fellow Abraxans for their creativity. Performance art? I haven't been up there in a while. It's sick, you should check it out. Whatever's going on up there, it better not be Abraxas. Yes, ma'am. Typical Abraxas to think you're the only ones with the good ideas. Are you taking credit? You think I've got that kind of spare time? Alright, that was not worth it at all. Alright, let's cross back over so Moses doesn't shit his pants. Hi!
Max? Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit.
I'm sorry if I upset you.
Upset me? Are you kidding? You did something physics says should be impossible. Is impossible.
So you believe me?
Yes. And no. You disappeared. Max, literally. I completely forgot to do anything.
Okay. Let's
I
try
like
it
this
again.
though because it's realistic, you know, like that's how someone would react. Like, I was busy shitting myself over the whole vanishing before my very eyes thing. So, take 2.
Okay. Let's try this again.
Psychic storm.
Alright, Machine Angel Psychic Storm. Please make me have to remember it. It spells maps. Machine, Angel, Psychic, Storm. Way?
What did I do when you were away?
And then you said,
Machine, Angel, Psychic, Storm.
Machine, Angel, Psychic, Storm.
Yep.
I guess so.
That's what I did.
But this proves that
Wow.
she can see what's happening, that she's not just like going away to
Yeah.
avoid.
Near as I can tell.
If I said the wrong thing, what if Moses pulled out his gun and killed me?
I think her absence is the only difference between the two.
I guess that could be a big enough event to lead to...
You okay?
I like this quirk of his. He does this.
So Safi's alive over there, huh?
She is.
It's
And
tough for him
she's-
because he's like, like if it was like a Loretta or a Reggie, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, I obviously knew like this kind of shit always happens." But Moses is like a hardcore man of science, you know.
Both know that would be a lie.
You're right.
When you see her again, can you give her something for me?
The bottle cap.
Bottle cap. How did you?
Safi slipped it back to me that night.
Oh, that's
In
true.
my equipment.
Chloe, we had to do a
Give that
whole
to her,
mini
tell her.
game with the diner. It was basically like the same amount, like it was the same amount of time, I would say. It just takes longer in the gameplay sense. Well, no, because with Chloe, it was like, okay, we're gonna do all of the things to prove that I know it's in your pockets, and what happens with the. I guess you do like 2 tests with her. You do what's in your pockets, and then what happens in the diner.
Let her stay safe, Max.
Sorry,
Make her swear to it.
I don't want to talk over it. I don't want to just sit here and be silent either. What if she can't?
But what if? That's why I wanted to talk to you. I need your help. I thought I could protect Safi, but when I was a teenager, I could rewind time,
Oh boy, I can't prove that one.
raise my hand, and undo everything that had just been done.
Okay.
And if I had a photo, I could go back even farther.
Sorry.
Wait. Could. Past tense?
It never worked how I hoped.
I know it sounds like it must have been amazing. But Moses, the things I caused to happen, just having a power doesn't necessarily give you mastery over it.
One of many lessons gleaned from X-Men comics.
The point is,
What a fucking dorkopotamus thing to say
stopped easily, and
in this
now it
situation.
barely works.
Okay, but there's a photo of you from that night. With a gun. You're saying that could be a future you? Even though you can't do that anymore?
This morning I tried rewinding into that photo. It felt like trying to flex an atrophied muscle. Nothing made sense.
Lucky node.
But I was there, in the past. Safi mentioned Maya, and oh god,
Is Maya this game's Rachel Amber?
Storm.
Max?
No, I started at 6. We did
There's
book
a
it,
timeline
and
where, for some reason,
I just take a long time.
I shot Safi. This one. And there's a timeline where I didn't. I feel like, intentionally or not, these two worlds exist because of a decision I'm going to have to make.
Holy shit.
But again, like, the timeline that we played as in the first episode, we're playing as Max, and she walks into Sophie being killed. So there's, like, wouldn't it have to be the Max from the Alive timeline crosses over and kills Sophie? Because that means there's 3 Maxes, otherwise. There's the Max that stumbles upon Sophie's body, who you're playing as in the Dead timeline. There's the Max who shoots Sophie, who is also there in the Dead timeline. And that would have to be either a third one or the one from the Alive timeline. Right? And then we still don't know if Max goes anywhere physically when she's away. Like, she disappeared right in front of Moses, but then, like, is she just gone? Like, I don't really know what to make of that.
Moses, I've been here before. When I could rewind, it broke time. People got hurt. I can't let what happened in Arcadia Bay happen here too.
Oh no. Is this Alderman?
Oh, shit.
Moses can't see it.
Okay.
Or can he?
First look at the crime scene.
Oh, he can?
Is
Right,
it
because Reggie saw his other self up here too. Suicide
further
references.
insight into Miss Llewellyn Fayette's mental state. Not to call a shot prematurely, but if this isn't suicide, I'd put money on Mr.
He is getting
Moses Murphy.
framed, not framed, but he's the
Deceased, being
top
the
suspect. Probably because of
to
racism.
introduce myself to Mr. Murphy.
Okay.
He's talking like he hasn't already met you. Like he's...
Alderman from yesterday. An alderman that already happened? Max, this is really bad. Time isn't supposed to act this way.
It appears something was removed from her person post-mortem.
He's terrifying.
Maybe the camera her mother mentioned.
We need to get the hell out of here.
I fucking knew it.
Oh no. We're in an Alderman sandwich.
Returning to the scene of the crime? Amateur hour shit.
What the fuck do we do to get out of this?
How'd I let a couple of small-time fuck-ups like you get under my skin?
Aldermanwich. You're not making sense.
You're not making any sense.
You want to talk about sense?
I don't know if he can.
Nothing about you makes sense.
I mean, I don't see him in the background right now, but...
Telescopes don't put themselves together. Evidence doesn't disappear.
I can kind of cut him some slack because he's he's having a mental break because of the fucking telescope.
Going to pay for what you've done, Maxine Caulfield. And I'm here
So he sees it.
collect.
Maybe he'll pass out. Yeah, if we have to rope in Alderman to be on our team. Because, like, what the... Maybe he just breaks his brain and he dies right now. The telescope is a big deal because he was in the room when it was in containers. And then within that same moment, like, as he's investigating the room, a massive telescope with several barrels and parts puts itself together. I didn't think he would actually do anything when he touched it. I thought it would just phase through. Help Alderman? That's gonna be a choice. Should we help him? What is Alterman trying to do? What's Alterman trying to do to Alderman? I think we need to help him, right? This isn't cool. Kill him? I think we have to help him. No, listen, I know, but like this is gonna have dire consequences if we don't help him. I think. I don't like. Here's the thing: if the choice is save myself or help Alderman, like if I don't pick save myself, it's not like Max dies and the game ends. You know. I don't want to go evil mode. I really think I should help him. No one deserves to be time grabbed. I don't even know what he's trying to do. Like, what happens if I don't help him? I'm just trying to think. If we don't help him, what happens to this guy? And honestly, I think if he is on board, that makes things more interesting. Because what an interesting dynamic that would be. Yeah, if we don't help him, because he, I feel like if we were to save ourselves, I'd be surprised if this Alderman character just dies or disappears for the rest of the game, right? He could, but that'd be huge. A pretty early convergence point, or divergence point rather. Whereas I think if we help him, that gets him off our back, you know. Does he just get like soaked up into like being yesterday Alderman again? I'm fascinated to know what this altar man is trying to do. I'm gonna help him. Moses, help! I'm small. I need help. Oh.
You have to let go.
Oh. Okay, it didn't really matter what we did. Time ball. Oh my god. What the fuck? Is he dead? Pointless choice? I mean, that gets rid of an obstacle for us.
I could have saved him, Moses. I could have saved him.
Can two real people defeat one time person?
Listen to me, Max. This place ate a man.
Is that it? He's done? Is he just done?
Your hair.
What happened to it? I see it, but what is it?
I told you. There's always a cost.
It just took some of his hair?
Started with Safi. Maybe if we can figure out why she died, then maybe we can prevent all of this.
That's what I've been trying to do. The whole day I've been talking to people and spying on them and taking their stuff.
I can't believe it just slurped him up.
Safi mentioned Maya, right? When you rewound?
Right.
No, I agree, Action Zero. I don't think it's pointless in the grand scheme of like Max's characterization.
Gwen Hunter might know more than me. She was Safi's mentor during all that mess.
Gwen. Gotta go talk to Gwen.
I just like... So the other version of you can see as well? But it's like, okay. You're past Alderman, right? And you see alternate/future you. Why did he turn into like an evil time monster and start grabbing him and trying to like assimilate? You know what I mean? Like what? Because we were just seeing a real version of a guy who existed the day prior in the same timeline. We're not even in a separate timeline. That was the Alderman who was there yesterday investigating the scene of the crime and was about to talk to Moses right when we saw him in the science room with the telescope. So same timeline, but then like he sees his future self, like gloms onto him and sucks him into a time ball, and now they're both gone. I have a feeling that maybe time will spit him back out at some point. It'd be crazy if he's just dead.
I'm still shaking. Alderman was, and then he just wasn't.
But like, why did I get them not being able to interact? Maybe that's what it was. Like when the flesh and blood Alderman that we had right in front of us that just showed up put his hand on Alderman's shoulder, he like caused some sort of like time fucky wucky thing, and Alderman got like just like his brain just short circuited into, you know, time mode.
Moses and I
And
were
they just, I don't even know.
So close.
I have no idea. Nature taboo, yeah,
But I'm
cheer at the
here.
hours.
I'm here. I'm all right.
Alderman walks up to the Overlook and Chirrut yells, "Incoming dick! You committed a nature taboo!" Alright.
Okay, talk to Gwen, see what she knows about Maya. And while I'm at it, I'd like to know why she killed Sophie's book.
That is like the least of our concerns, Max. Alright, Hey Max, I know it's been an eventful morning and I'm still parsing it all, but I had a quick question. Are you able to get my text when you're in the other timeline? Trying to grasp the extent of what you can do from a physics POV. I can't. Separate data plans. Doesn't look like I can, no. Okay, cool. That's a big help. I'll be in touch a little later when I've made some inroads into what happened earlier. Just from a character and, like, plot perspective, I'm so happy that Moses is a character that we get to, like, loop into this, because I like him, and I'm glad that we're not having to, like, dodge around him and, you know, keep him on a short leash, because he's fun, you know? I don't want him to be the ops. Amanda, I'm a border collie sun, cinnamon oat milk latte moon, and slip inside rising.
Sleepy moon. And exhausted rising.
This is, like, millennial humor. I can see that. Smart with an adorable face and lactose intolerant. I think you're more Pomeranian than collie. Wow, our friendship's dead now. Lucas. Sophie's first public reading was at the book expo, and she had all of us eating out of the palm of her hand. She was meant for so much more. She appreciated you being there. She was so nervous. It didn't show. It never did with my Sophie. She was so full of espressos and having the time of her life. It's nice to remember her that way. Alright, and new... Actually, well, I'll go back to that, but... New journal page. What the fuck? I could have saved Alderman. In fact, I pressed the button where I tried to do that, but it didn't work. I could have saved him, couldn't I? I was so close. If only Moses hadn't. Shit, Moses saved my life. He didn't know what would happen. Neither of us did, but he left it anyway. It's been a long time since I was the one being pulled from a bad end by someone else. Yeah, shout out to all the times I saved Alyssa. Also, Alderman getting sucked up into the time vortex. Blip! That's so awesome. He's getting Jimmy Neutronified. Who knows what would have happened to me if Moses hadn't stepped in. We've bonded in a way only a near-death experience can. God, I hope Moses is alright. Please let him be alright. I wanted to read... Doppelgangeritis. Detective Alderman saw his double at the Overlook before he disappeared. Alderman interacted with a ghostly form of himself. Is this the doppelganger people are alluding to? Yeah, probably. Probably. Alright, any fun stuff we can do?
I'm worried about Kim.
So am I.
So am
None of my
I.
attempts to reach out have yielded results. You?
Nope. She's still not answering any of my calls. I think she's blocking them.
I saw her in the North Quad, but she turned and ran the other
Maybe
way.
they saw
This just isn't like her.
doppelganger of their friend.
Last time we spoke, Kim said she didn't want to go out.
Oh, I remember them
I think
talking
she's
earlier.
depressed.
Well,
I think.
she told me she was busy. She's probably too focused
One of the
on
girls was
school.
British.
What she needs is a friend she can empathize with.
Someone a bit more. in
I
line
think
with
so,
her intellect.
Axel.
Someone who isn't droll with a stick up their ass.
I think there is no Alderman in this dead timeline. There should still
Got
be
it.
one in the alive
Give her a
timeline.
gift so she knows we're thinking about her.
Hmm.
What's the humming about?
Oh my god, this is a long
Is
combo.
receiving gifts truly her love language?
What's the difference,
I don't
Ribbonfly?
know. No wonder Kim's depressed. We don't even know her love language.
Pull yourself
Right, once these
together.
two are
We can't
done.
break down now. Kim needs us.
You're right. Oh, roses. What if we sent her roses?
I think
Everyone
so,
likes that.
Axel.
A classic object of beauty. I think that would please her.
Because
Are
there's...
roses too basic?
Oh my god, shut the
I don't
fuck up!
think-
Sorry to silence women on the third day of Women's History Month, but what an inane, boring fucking convo. Do we know him in the alive world? That's a great question. Probably not, because why would he be around? So, he exists, but we just don't know him in that world, and it'd probably be hard to get in contact with him.
Camera that Gwen has
I'm sorry.
somehow.
It had to be done. That was so boring and dumb. No love for roses. Anyway, let me... What did Chara say? Okay. Well, Max, Warren, and Nathan have been searching for glues in every past world that Chloe's been to. Back to reading my chicklet. Just investigating. Yeah, searching for glues. That's how he says it. Searching for glues in every past world. I can't go in there. He wasn't. He wasn't. He was perusing around it in the dead timeline. He went back to the scene of the crime in the timeline where Safi was killed. In the alive timeline, there's no reason for him to be there.
Lo-fi
Because Safi's not dead.
pillows to chill/study to. Classic.
We were blipping between alive and dead, but when he showed up, we were in the dead timeline. Release the Kraken!
Boom!
She says that in the first
Right in the
game.
middle of a park, and this alien crawls out of the hatch.
That seems like a lot of money for a student project.
I'm only gonna shoot the trailer.
No, they
I
weren't both
figure I can
there.
cut costs doing some old school practical effects.
No, so... Unless I'm wrong, but... We were in the dead timeline. The flowers were where Safi's body was, okay? We first saw the ghosty alderman at the scene of the crime, talking as if he's about to go meet with Moses, right? So that's not a live timeline alderman. That's alderman from yesterday, before Moses found out about the picture. Then real alderman, aka still the same timeline, still dead timeline alderman shows up, just in present day, and interacts with his self from 1 day ago. There was no alive timeline alderman. As far as I know, again, I could be wrong, but... well, Brian, I'm going to request that you go and find all the times I've done it, because good luck.
Seems like you've got a plan.
Because that's an impossible
Very
task.
ambitious.
Go big or go home, right?
I'd been
Both the real alderman and the ghost alderman seem to be from the dead timeline. Exactly. Yeah, the ghost alderman is just from yesterday. Other alderman was from today. Both in the dead timeline. They're both gone.
meaning to ask Diamond about her new movie. It's nice to see her so excited about something other than Moses.
Oh no! Our table! It's broken!
If we can't sit on tables,
Oh, it would have been so good if she said that.
In chairs?
As fun and casual as it looks in the movies and on TV, we have to ask students to refrain from sitting on the tables in the fab. Also, sorry, I completely glossed over that the Polaroid we picked up over there said, release the Kraken. And that's what Max says when she uses, she buys a soda from the vending machine during the Blackwell break-in at night. Great reference to one of the worst lines in the game. Release the Kraken! Can I get Moses a sorry I shot your friend hot chocolate?
I, for one, kind of like the paper straws.
Yes, nobody likes the paper straws. We've heard you. We continue to hear you. Unfortunately, until we run out of them, and we have a lot, we can't replace them with your preferred delivery method of plastic. Okay, like, obviously the plastic straws are better, but if it means, like, a couple of turtles don't have to be murdered by a straw, then I'll use the paper straw, you know? In a perfect world where there was no pollution and turtles weren't murdered by straws, I would use plastic straws, but I don't like piss and moan every time I get a paper one now. I feel like in the Bahamas, it's all paper straws.
Guard your ankles.
Please swing by Lion's dorm if you find her. Daisy is missing. She's really sweet. Roommate left the door open. Just a giant fucking snake on the loose. Snake? Snake? Snake! T-Max cat? I'd rather that be running around campus than an actual fucking python. Alright, Gwen's office.
Gwen's office. Let's see what I can find out from her.
So, we are in dead timeline. The dead timeline, Gwen's still here. Alive timeline, Gwen is the one who got jostled out of the office. Which... maybe I should cross over first and see if there's any other dead stuff. Nope. There we go. Crosstalk post from Amanda. Sorry for the long wait times. Isaac and Emily are out sick, so we're a little backed up. Wasn't anticipating this big of a lunch rush. 45-minute wait time? I don't need my coffee that badly. Less posting, more serving. Might be a point there.
Tossing Gwen out screwed everybody over.
Can we get these handed off to a TA? Sorry for the additional workload, Livia.
So they took her computer. Probably going through it right now. hope somebody is coming in to water you guys. Preferably someone who doesn't have to break in through an alternate dimension.
Dr. Hunter, this morning I attempted to call student resources asking them why your classes for the rest of the semester had been canceled. I was told in no uncertain terms that it was none of my business. And then I tried calling the president. She didn't even pick up the phone. Then I walked up to Mr. Reyes, the custodian, and he told me he'd witnessed you being removed by security and that you'd been suspended under suspicions of selling drugs to students. I won't insult you by asking if you're guilty. I'll just wish you the best and tell you that you're the best teacher I've ever had. My student visa only lasts for another semester, but if there's anything I can do, or if on some off chance you're ever in Bangkok, look me up. Tan Samchai. Dr. Hunter, this is bullshit. You rock. I'm drunk. Happy birthday. Apologies for the stationery. It was the only thing within reach. I believe this is like what I do when I get cards for people for their birthday. It's never happy birthday. When it's someone's birthday, I get them a sorry you were suspended on false suspicions of you selling drugs to students cards. I believe I speak for all of us when I say that this is unacceptable and you can count on our support at the hearing next week. If you're looking for a lawyer, I can recommend a decent one. We're going to fight this, Gwen. We'll go to the paper if we have to. Caledon Lit Department. You will be avenged by the chicken snake Illuminati? Drugs? Alright, anything else?
Will Gwen be allowed to come back for these?
Let's do the time warp. Oh, wrong button. Wrong button. Hi, Gwen.
Is that Safi's book? Hey, Gwen.
Max.
Right, this Gwen's kind of pissed at us. It's a live timeline Gwen who we kind of stood in solidarity with at the burning of the USB.
No conversations for you to conveniently overhear this time. Sorry to disappoint.
I wonder if we played ball with Loretta, if she still would have ratted us out and just had been a bitch to us regardless.
I need to talk to you about Safi. No reason to beat around the bush. I know you got Safi's book deal canceled.
Shit.
What
Shit.
I don't understand is why.
You really have a knack for learning shit you're not supposed to know, you know that?
So I've been told.
Well then. No use fighting the inevitable.
What if Gwen's like, alright, listen. I know it sounds crazy, but I have time powers. That's how this episode should end.
What do you want to know?
Why do this to Safi, I guess?
That book meant the world to Safi. You had to know that losing it would break her heart.
Of course I did. I busted my ass to help Safi get that deal in the first
I was half joking, but I think, sorry for pausing again, I think it'd be really cool to have, like, if there's another Max Caulfield game, for there to be, like, you know, someone else with powers who's, like, working against her, and you're, like, in a time war. That'd be awesome.
place. Introduced her to my agent, my publisher, lobbied for her. I don't regret it.
I saw pictures of
That
Safi
book
selling drugs.
was good.
Okay. The
This
book was
keeps
good.
getting weirder and weirder.
You got the deal, then killed it?
Let me get this straight. You helped Safi get the deal, and then you killed it?
If it had to be done, it made sense for me to do it. You know, I brought you into this world, etc.
The Great Evil? Daniel? Sorry, Chara.
So, what did you tell the publisher that made them nix the deal?
I told them there was incendiary content in the book. Which was true. It would have harmed a lot of people.
Okay.
Safi included.
What was so incendiary?
Safi's book was incendiary? How? What was it about?
You really don't have an off switch, do you?
Well, I've come this far, Gwen. I'd like to know why.
How much did Safi tell you about Maya Okada?
Gwen's bringing up Maya?
Did Safi have something to do with this girl killing herself? we keep getting more of this Maya girl, who, again, we have not seen in the flesh. We've only heard passing reference to her. I believe the Overlook, there's a plaque dedicated to her memory, because that's where she... I don't know if she killed herself at the Overlook, but she liked to spend her time at the Overlook. So I'm wondering if Safi had something to do with her death.
I'm to pay attention.
I'm going to say that she mentioned her. Even if I'm not sure if she really did, but...
I know they were
Okay, they were friends.
Understatement of the year.
Okay, were they lovers?
The two of them were
References
like
to suicide.
creepy twins in The Shining.
Or just best
you never
friends.
saw one without the other. And that Ben Lang kid used to follow the two of them around like a lost puppy.
Did Safi get in the middle of some sort of... was it a love triangle? We know Safi slept with Vin, and we know that Maya was friends with Safi, and Maya killed herself. And maybe time got fucked up when Maya killed herself, and Safi knew that, and she needed to die to revert it. This is my current theory. I like to theory build as we go, right? Maybe, because time always gets fucked up when some young girl dies. That's basically how this works, right? So I'm wondering if Safi knew more than she was letting on about time in the way that Max knows about stuff. And she led to Maya's suicide. Something that Safi did led to Maya's suicide. That broke time. And Safi, through her own journey, realized that she had to die to basically make good with the universe, make amends, to fix shit. And Max is, the conduit for that. Okay. Oh, don't reload last checkpoint!
Then...
Could be wrong. Could be way off base, but...
And that's what Safi wrote about in her book?
Maya's death and everything around it. Her anger at her mom for even thinking of...
I have not watched The Shining.
Just lost a soulmate.
I already know too much about it,
I realized it wasn't worth...
I'm sure it's still good, but...
all that again. I made a call. I don't know if it was the right one. It's the one I made.
Well, at least the Safi plagiarism theory is dead.
Jasmine can tell me more about Maya. I'll have to be tactful.
One last thing. Is that Safi's manuscript?
Part of it. Why?
Can I read it?
No. That's where I draw the line.
What? She was my best friend.
I don't trust you not to dig up old graves.
Well...
Jesus. I've spilled too much already. Let's call this conversation over.
Dead World Gwen hates my guts.
Shit. Now I'm even more convinced there's something important in that manuscript. How do I get my hands on a copy?
So I'll give you a couple of seconds to try and figure out what's wrong with this picture. Anyone? Yes, door. Yeah. It would be the door. It would be the door that's just fucking... Could this be a side effect of the time fluctuations? What the fuck is happening? I've never seen this in a Life is Strange game. What? How? How does it just turn on its side like that? It's perfectly horizontal, and it has collision. It still has collision. Say, fella, did someone mention the door to horizontalness? What the fuck is happening, bro? That wasn't like that when I came in. Okay.
This one of those Abraxas roses for Safi. Happy
Candied
holidays
pecans.
to my favorite prof.
The game is
I don't think a happy
still
holidays
not
is
as
in
much of a mess as the Quarry, but it's probably the second messiest game I've played on stream. Right? Like, I'm trying to think of anything else that could come close. It's always these new games that you play. I mean, True Colors wasn't like this. I played that at release. True Colors was ship shape compared to this. Like, we've had like some oddities with scenes loading in, but I guess, I mean, even some of the totally normal games, like, they didn't have shit like this. Okay, Peter Pan Legend of Neverland, probably second most jank game. Maybe even janker than the Quarry. But still. Hi, Gwen, you still mad?
Please. No more questions, Max.
I'm sure there was something in True Colors, but, you know, if I don't remember it, I mean, it was 3 years ago. The waterfall physics in Peter Pan, yeah. Gwen, what the fuck is going on with your door? Well, at least it's gone in this timeline. The collision's gone as well.
If I'm lucky, maybe this Gwen left Sophie's manuscript behind.
It'd be convenient if it was the same drawer. Oh! Hooray, convenience.
Gotcha.
Alright, all the daughters we don't talk about.
Reading Sophie's manuscript after all this feels like, I don't know, being hit by a tidal wave.
Next time I have to move, Vaga. Beneath my feet, she lies still in her Sunday clothes. We killed her with our own hands. I mean, our lack of hands. I killed her with my voice. I mean, my lack of voice. Maya's book was like a child or a tumor of a rising beast. Sorry. Maya's book was like a child or a tumor or a rising beast within her. On the first page, she wrote that she was drowning, and by the time she finished, she was drowned. Seems pretty fucking grim and dire. Laws of physics. The drowned always surface. What isn't spoken still exists. You can chop her up and sell her for parts, but her ghosts remain whole. Floating there in the corner of my kitchen, if I could read, giving me that familiar look. The one that says, unstitch the binding, let the pages fall out, fluttering like birds shot down. The one that says, take him for everything he's got and then some. What the fuck? This reminds me of the Eliot poems about Chloe, except this one probably is a bit more interesting and less obvious.
What
but it's
is this
really
question?
seeming to me... Yeah, no, my speedrun died. It's been... All of my speedruns for Burger Shop are dead. I just don't have the time to fucking keep up with these sweaty burger people. It's just not going to happen. When I do it, it's not sweaty. When they do it, it's very sweaty. It's like, come on, no one needs to play it that fast. So, I don't know. This is like very much, to me, reading as if Safi had quite a hand, either indirect or direct, in Maya's death. Okay, Living World,
Whatever
Yasmin.
happened with Maya was explosive. Let's see what Yasmin has to say about her.
I have to go back to Dead World to leave the office because it's locked. Kazoo! 3 kazoos. Evan, pick a number from 1 to 52. Sorry, 51. 1 to 51. Safe, fellas. Still here. That's just so
Would you
fucking
mind
weird.
closing it behind you, Max?
34? Oh, okay, good. I'm glad the door's back. Would you mind closing it behind you, Max? Sure. There you go. Alright, 34. This one goes out to Never Evan. What is Love? That's right, by Hadaway, 1993. Which I always thought that was an 80s song, but it's a decent bit into the 90s, that one. I first heard that song from Albino Black Sheep. It was like some Flash animation that was referencing Night at the Roxbury. Alright, Living World, Yasmin.
Yasmin liked to get coffee here in the afternoon.
Oh, okay.
Before Sophie died.
But I have to shift back over because we're in Dead Worlds. Oh, oh, you probably didn't see it because it was so quick and it was kind of far away, but the coffee was not cooperating with her hand. God, do you see that? She just fucking stood up after she sat down.
Yasmin.
The models
I need
are
to
out
give
of
her
control.
time with some questions.
They just didn't do that in the older games. If they did, it wasn't like every fucking scene. That has to be like upwards 6th or 7th time I've seen that.
Okay, time for a delicate conversation. Hi, Yasmin.
Maxine, how are you?
Eliza!
I was worried after your nosebleed yesterday.
Yasmin!
Like I said, I get those all the time.
Still, be careful.
Yasmin is brat.
Small symptoms can be signs of larger problems. A toothache can mean a heart attack.
Don't tell me that, Yasmin. I'm already like borderline hypochondriac.
Try not to think about that too hard.
Jesus Christ.
I was hoping we could talk.
Being on Unreal 5? Yeah.
Come, sit.
I guess so. Crunch. That was me. That was not the game. That was Crunch for the stream. I was like, oh my god. The whole thing froze. That was... I also froze, so... You're in a good mood. We'll just start...
You look like you've won the day.
Start pleasant, you know?
Coffee's that good?
Our ratings are.
Yeah, that was a big old crunch.
Paladin is once again one of the top universities in the country. The coffee is just so-so.
You know what I learned? This reminded me when she said so-so. I took Spanish for like 8 years in school, and you were always told that like, if someone asked you how you were doing, you could always respond with a C, to mean like, alright, like so-so. That's not what that means. That's like saying that. I think I learned that from an SNL sketch, actually. No one says a C. No one says that. You're raised on that being like, either you're doing bien, or mal, or a C. But, no, that's not something that people say in Spanish-speaking countries.
Have you seen Sophie today?
No. We're meeting later this afternoon. I can tell her you were looking for her.
Will Gwen be fired?
I heard about what happened to Dr. Hunter.
Yes.
Would you really fire
No, I
him?
can say me llamo Patricio.
That depends on the
That's what they
findings of
called
the
me.
committee.
I was Patricio.
It's out of my hands now.
Sophie lost her book deal.
Did Sophie tell you her book deal was canceled?
What?
Oh.
No. How was she when she found out?
Not sure, but
Patricio.
I bet she was devastated.
Oh, Sophia.
Have you seen Sophie today? No, Max, she's dead. Ah, right, my bad. Wrong timeline. Way to go, Maxine. Stupid. Yasmin's like, I'm just gonna drink my coffee.
I wanted to ask you about something.
References to suicide.
Have you heard of a student named Maya Okada?
Of course. She took her own life. 4 years ago. A horrible tragedy.
God, I really think Sophie just killed her. I think Sophie killed her, and she did it for her art, and she's writing about it. And Sophie was made to be so endearing and so charming and so fun. And it's twofold how gutting it is, right? It's like, oh, you love this character. She has a great chemistry and dynamic with Max. She just seems fun. And she dies, and it's gutting there. And then it's going to be gutting again when it turns out that she's like this mastermind, this like monster. I don't know. That's what I feel right now. I like to, theorize in the real time. I feel like with this game, there's a lot more in the moment theory building to do than there was with True Colors, which I love True Colors. At this point, I'd still probably have it above this game in terms of like overall experience, but I do feel a bit more invested in unraveling the mystery this go around. Because with Gabe, it was like, okay, like it was an accident, like it was negligence, and people should be held accountable, but it wasn't like this. It's obviously more interesting when it's like, a concerted, act. Whereas with Gabe, it was like, a circumstantial thing that didn't really have to happen if he was like 2 feet moved out of the way. But someone like purposefully killed Sophie, and it seems like someone may have purposely killed Maya or drove her to suicide.
I think Sophie's book was canceled. because it was about Maya.
Impossible. Safia didn't even know Maya.
Did Yasmin just lie to me? Do I call her out? She'll be pissed, but
Is this a choice?
I can cut straight to the point. Or should I go along with it?
I'd probably go along with
See
it.
what narrative she's trying to spin.
But if it's a choice, it is. Okay, so we know. Well, unless Gwen's lying, but I don't know why she would lie. Yasmin might be trying to protect Safi from any of the stank on what happened with Maya. Like, the darkest possible reading of this is that Yasmin had something to do with Maya's death as well, or is trying to cover for her daughter. We know that Safi and Yasmin had a kind of rocky relationship for a bit there. If Maya died 4 years ago, like, could be crazy, but if Yasmin had anything to do with covering it up, or... I kind of think she might have! I'm like conspiracy pilling myself right now. How much do we care about Yasmin? I mean, she's been nothing but pleasant and nice to us. In this timeline, her daughter's alive, so I don't have to, like, treat her with kid gloves. But, like, why else would she say... Why would Gwen tell us, like, Safi and Maya were, like, joined at the hip, like, always together, and Yasmin is saying that she didn't even know her. Not like, oh yeah, they knew each other, they were close. Like, she's saying they didn't even know each other. Yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna call her out.
Everyone I've talked to says Safi and Maya were joined at the hip. You had to have known.
Because I'm not even being that aggressive about it. I'm like, come on, even I know this.
Are you implying I'm lying?
Well, yeah, right? Because if I go talk to Gwen 2 rooms down, or go talk to Moses, or anybody who knew Safi, who have known her for more than 4 years, they're gonna say that they were friends, right? Unless you roped them into this as well. So yeah.
All due respect, Yasmin. But I know you're not telling the truth.
Of all the brazen...
She's gonna fire me.
ungrateful-
I say with all due
Safia
respect.
had nothing to do with what happened to Maya Okada. Whatever else may be true, that is the bottom line.
Okay, all you had to say was that. You didn't have to pretend that they weren't friends or didn't even know each other.
What happened was messy.
It was a dumb lie.
You're Safia's friend. Surely you understand the need to protect her from rumors and gossip.
Really seems like Safi had a pretty considerable hand then in Maya's passing.
If it's just rumors, what are you afraid of?
Rumors are ammunition to those who want to see you fail. Because you're a woman. Because you're Arab. Because you're a single mother. Because...
Gonna be nuts though, right? If they made Safi and potentially her mom like villain characters, you know? Just from like, you know, because sort of like from a diversity standpoint, I don't think they've even had an Arab character in a Life is Strange game until this one. And they're gonna make them the villains? Like, I don't know, like that's part of me. I'm metagaming it, but I'm like,
It shocks me you don't realize this.
I'd be a little surprised.
Vin understood immediately.
What does Vin have to
But
do
like
with
also, no, I don't know. I was gonna say like, well, part of equality is like people of all backgrounds, ethnicities, sexualities, like they can be the heroes, they can be the villains. Just because you're XYZ doesn't mean that you can't be portrayed as a villain in media. But like, you know, post 9/11, you look at any American procedural show that's all just capital letters. Like, you know, they have Arab guys being terrorists in every single role. Like, if you're an Arab actor in America, you know, in the 5 to 10 years after 9/11, you're going to get cast as, like, terrorist number 3. You know, like, that's unfortunately a sad reality of what it was like back then, and still to a degree now. But it's like, I don't know, like, what do you do in a situation like this? Do you just never have people from certain backgrounds be cast in a villainous light? It's tough. We're metagaming, like, you know, the casting choices for the characters here and what they might what situations they might be put into by the writers, but I don't know. It's a very, very
Won't
tricky,
stop,
messy
is it?
situation.
So go ask him yourself.
Talk to Vin in the admin
Oh,
building.
I guess I should talk to Vin.
I think it's a different situation, right? When you're like, let's say it's a game that takes place in a country or a community that's primarily, you know, Arab or a different you know, nationality. Like if you are the same race as the villain, as the character is the same race as the villain, then, or rather the protagonist, the character that you're playing as, then it doesn't seem as, like, you know, tricky. But when it's like, okay, we're in Vermont, which when I think of Vermont, I think of that and like Maine as like the whitest states in America, at least in the Northeast. And so when you have these characters of this other ethnicity, and Max is white, and like, you know, I think they said Maya was native. There seems to be like I think Amanda's native as well. By the way, we haven't texted Joyce back since Chloe's death anniversary. I kind of lost my point. What I'm trying to say is that it's less tricky and less of a minefield when you know, you're not dealing with the potential of like an othering situation, which is very much like we're right on the tightrope here with this kind of game. I'm gonna ask Moses about Vin and Maya, but these are important and cool conversations and interesting conversations to have about media and how people are portrayed in it. Like, I don't think any of us should feel uncomfortable or weird about what we're talking about right now. These are important combos. Do you know anything about Vin's ties to Maya's death? What happened to Maya predates me, but Safi told me once that Vin did make a statement after she died. Hang on. He said, Maya was an incredibly talented writer, but she also had mental health problems. We tried to get her the help she needed, but that didn't work. If we'd known it was as bad as it was, we would have done more. Does that help? It does. Moses, you're a gem. No, this is way different from the Crash Bandicoot stream. Way different vibes here. God, if you know, you know. How much does Yasmin know about the Maya Okada situation? Gwen hinted that Yasmin was involved in the aftermath of Maya's death. I should have a chat with the boss. And also, for the record, I'm not somebody who espouses that I'm like, I know everything and how to, you know, eloquently talk about these types of subjects. So if I'm speaking out of turn or if I'm misrepresenting or saying something inaccurate,
in the admin building.
you know, I'm not going to be offended. Oh, hi, Amanda, if you point that out to me.
We're just gonna walk past me without saying
Well,
hello?
frankly, Amanda, there was no UI near you, so I didn't even notice that you were you until just right now. Really? Sport?
Sport?
Yeah. I'm trying out middle-aged white dad slang nowadays. Is it working?
Sure.
It was mostly Char from what I remember. This was the spring-ish of 2021, the Crash Bandicoot stream. They were like a higher amount of like Trump or right-leaning adjacent people in my chat than you would think there would be, because it was early goings and people probably didn't know what I was all about yet. So they were like people with sympathetic views towards those perspectives. JK, I always forget if it's Rowling or Rolling. Rolling, right? Whatever. Scummy British lady. People being pretty sympathetic to her in that particular stream.
Being on campus.
No, I got what you meant. I gotcha.
Going on a coffee run?
But your coffee's better at the Turtle. This one tastes like ass.
Enough about me. What are you doing here?
I work here.
No. I mean, I just saw you talking to President Fayyad. What were you talking about?
Wait, what are you doing here, Amanda? Do you even go here? Like, I don't think... Does she? I feel like she just works at the Snapping Turtle. Which I guess she might be also taking classes or something. I'm gonna let Amanda in on this.
I was asking her about Safi and her relationship with a student named Maya Okada.
Oh. Why?
It's kind of a long story, but it's for something
Looks like Amanda
important.
knows something.
Sky's always falling for you, isn't it?
You have no idea.
I'm Chicken Little. I'm Max Little.
Well, I'll leave you to your something important.
Oh, first sport and
See
now
you around,
Tiger.
Tiger.
Finger guns.
See you, Amanda.
This is a live timeline where we
Probably
actually
in the admin building.
have a chance with Amanda, but we did leave her on red for 2 days. Hi, lit professors. You guys lit?
Professors sitting on the table?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. The students are blamed for sitting on the table in the dead timeline. See? That note said students don't sit on the table. I guess fewer people. You're more sad in the dead timeline, so you're more likely to say, fuck it, I'm gonna sit wherever. That's funny. Fucking Loretta. Wait.
Loretta's a hard worker. I'll give her that. I just
Remember-
wish she used her powers for good.
Remember in the first episode where I was like, where's that bitch Loretta? I'm gonna hit her with that laptop, and I ran over and I was like, oh sorry, you're not Loretta, you just look just like her. Was this not her? Did you just not give Max any UI or thoughts on Loretta? Right? She was wearing the blue beanie, the pink, whatever this is, jacket, I guess. Hat on the laptop.
Yasmin said something
It was
about
Loretta,
Vin.
that first episode.
How's he?
Hey, Loretta.
Oh.
Oh, hi, Miss Caulfield. How are you?
It was either the same model copied or it literally was Loretta, and it just, Max had nothing to say about it. I was so sure it was her at first, and then I was like, oh, sorry, I guess that's not you. How's Reggie doing? We'll leave with that.
Have you talked to Reggie since yesterday?
Reggie?
Yeah, isn't it weird?
Reggie.
Because Max is like 28
Business
and
Reggie
Loretta's
Reggie?
like, I don't know, 22.
Crap. Wrong Loretta, Max.
Oh my god!
You know what? Ignore me.
Reggie
I am.
only freaked out in the dead timeline. So Loretta's like, what the fuck? Why would I care about
Lost in
Reggie?
space.
That's so funny.
End of the semester.
Our table, it's not broken.
Yeah. Yeah.
I messed up with Loretta before where I changed the grade on the one that never bothered me. This is the good Loretta. Like, she's still capable of doing scummy shit. But, you know, she never started a podcast about Sophie's death because Sophie's not dead here, and then I changed her grade from a B to a B-.
Totally.
She has no beef with me whatsoever.
Anyway, catch you later, Loretta.
That's why the game doesn't have a convenient symbol to designate what timeline you're in, so we can fuck with you at moments like this. She just looked at my ass. She totally did. I saw her eyeing me up and down. What was that all about?
Loretta's a hard worker.
Alright, whatever.
I'll give her
Whatever,
that.
Loretta. You're like a C
Just
thread
wish
right
she
now.
used her powers for
You're like
good.
C plot, D plot. Alright, we gotta go talk to Vin, I think. No, I mean, like, right now it does, but, like, I was saying earlier, it should always be there. Like, it should always say in the very top left or right. Oh, wait, did it say that? It might have said that when I was responding to her. But I feel like maybe not even just the symbol is enough. Like, maybe I feel like if I also had living or dead written somewhere, I would know, like, what I'm dealing with. Yeah, I know, the hues as well. But yeah, I think when I was choosing my option to respond to her, it probably had the orange circle there, and I just totally blanked. Yeah, honestly, even if there was a symbol always in the top left or right, I'd probably just learn to ignore it. Oh, really? Maybe I should then, so I'll stop making these fuck-ups. Not that it's really had any consequence, it's mostly just the game going, haha, silly goose. Yeah, maybe I'll try right now. Power UI indicator. Oh, that's great. I said there should be that. Here we go. Yeah, always. There we go. Yeah, now the shift points will be easier to see, because I was kind of complaining that they're a little vague. Alright, happy with that. Thank you, 13 Pipes, for that. What's going on?
A crush on Lucas?
Yum!
Really? Things can't be that bad, can they?
Alright, whatever.
Okay, Isabel, you were absolutely right.
As always. What, was I right about?
As it happens, a number of folks, faculty and staff alike, would love a 4-day work week.
This is like the Z plot. The thing about the 4-day work week. We've heard about this in every stream.
And I only started talking to people after our chat yesterday. Not just the work week either. Lots of issues came up.
Such as?
Salaries, tenure track, the fact that at least 3 different department heads, including ours, have always been men.
We've been thinking too small.
We've been thinking way too small.
So a new proposal wouldn't be for a 4-day work week period. It'd be for a 4-day work week and...
Yes and no. We're not submitting a new proposal.
Holy shit, Rati. You mean...
I do. Better to beg forgiveness than ask permission.
It's hard to tell who's talking when they're both of their mouths are moving, and this lady emotes like crazy with her hands.
If this is going to work, we need numbers.
The dozen you mentioned before?
Oh, thank you, 13. I appreciate that.
And even those aren't guaranteed to have our backs if...
I can't leave this combo because I already left another combo with 2 women.
What's next?
I can't get 2 strikes.
Tomorrow night, we can talk to folks there without drawing attention.
Can't remember the last time I was genuinely excited to go to Krampus.
Also, yeah, Bechdel test officially passed, although I'm sure it did before that combo. Honestly, yeah, Max and Yasmin talking passed the Bechdel test.
Keep up my shenanigans.
If Life is Strange doesn't pass the Bechdel test, that's a problem. If everyone's gay but they don't manage to pass the Bechdel test at some point...
Whatever.
Oh, these are the guys that were looking at Diamond earlier.
It's a waste is all. So, you are saying there's something wrong with being an administrative assistant. He's an actor.
The fact that they're not at all looking at each other...
Understand why he wouldn't go for it. He's hot, he's talented, and he's got connections.
Well, part of the Bechdel test is also that you're not talking about a man.
I definitely am not going to...
Silence, men! Vodka's like, this is the best Life is Strange game. I can just put my hand up and all the men not only stop talking, but disappear. Yeah, to make it even, I'll walk away from the men as well. Because they were boring me. Mothman.
I didn't realize I needed cryptid erotica until just now.
Cryptid erotica. My heart belongs to Mothman. A delightful romp through the haunted and hilarious and hot American Midwest. Okay. Interesting. Oh, well. Okay, that doesn't really help. I thought like Shift the Dead World there would appear like when I'm all the way over here to make it more obvious. Like in a space like this, it's fine, but in some of the outdoor areas where it's kind of harder to see the sparkles. And honestly, when you're in the Dead World, it's harder to see the orange-yellow sparkles for going to the Living World. But whatever. Hi, Vin. Back again. What's this? Foam bullets. Oh, the assassin game.
Looks like somebody had their last stand.
Oh. Okay. I thought that was me that broke, but it was the game.
Damn. Vin's the most popular class on campus.
Oh, we have a new app, Smolder. Found a new hookup. Francine and Aaron sent you a message. Okay, so it seems like Vin is also by. You coming over later? Need a release. Reg. Reggie and Vin are fucking? Vin's fucking everybody! Oh my god. Speaking of 13 pipes, this guy's laying pipes 13 times a day!
Hey, Vin.
This is crazy.
Yasmin's out right now. Sorry to disappoint. Unless you're here for
Smolder
me.
and Tugged?
In which case...
Oh my god. I'm not gonna be your 14th pipe laying, Vin.
Do you talk like this to everyone who comes near Yasmin's office?
I've never met a pissed off board member I can't defang with a little eyebrow action.
He's just like the king of fuck mountain. At this point, I'm kind of impressed. Like, he sucks so transparently, but he's scoring big time. Like, what? How long have you worked here, Vin? I need... You know, he said Vin lore last time. I want to know more.
Right after graduation.
He's such an asshole, I'm starting to like him.
Because they couldn't have me. But Kahuna needed me right away.
I thought you might have worked here when you were still a student.
He's the world's most powerful fuckboy. He has, like, the Thanos stones of fuckboy.
Maya Okada went here.
Wow. You know Maya's name. Am I supposed to collapse under the weight of that revelation?
What an asshole.
You're supposed to talk to me like a human being about what happened with her.
What do you need me for, Super Sleuth? You're obviously capable of digging up ancient gossip on your own. Now, if you'll excuse me, Gwen's hearing completely scrambled Kahuna's schedule.
No
I love that
casual
he keeps
chats
calling her
about
Kahuna.
Maya. Noted.
Also, it's just, it is so funny and fun that the bi characters in this particular Life is Strange game outnumber any ostensibly straight characters like 10 to 1. It is hugely in favor of the bi characters. Like, I can't think of a single straight character. This might be the very first game ever to do that.
I don't know this Vin as well.
Right, I know Dead Vin better.
Let's see what I can do.
Speak to Dead World Diamond in the admin building. Okay. Let's shift over here.
Maybe.
Curved monitor have an ass loop. I've never heard of ass loop before. Diamond? Oh.
Return my phone calls, Desmond.
Oh, Desmond, not Diamond.
Email. Safi was our only child. Can't you spare
Oh,
15
Desmond, that must be your
minutes to
dad.
discuss her funerary arrangements?
Oh.
No, she didn't have a will. And though she died by suicide, she didn't leave a note.
Wait, Yasmin is telling her husband, or maybe not, maybe they're not married anymore, but Safi's father, that Yasmin died by suicide. Even though we've, like, been through that whole song and dance that it wasn't that.
Died by suicide? But I thought.
I'd prefer for her to be buried as soon as possible.
What the fuck is going on?
Please, the thought of her lying in a funeral home, alone.
I can't keep listening to this.
Mostly because the writers didn't write anything more to listen to. Okay.
I don't blame Vin for wanting to ditch Caledon and get a fresh start.
We have a resume? Wait.
I don't blame Vin for wanting to ditch Caledon.
Vin Lang.
Get a fresh
Sorry, Vin
start.
Long. Actor, artist, personality. Driven and charismatic performer, hungry for exciting new opportunities in creative spaces or with a prominent arts organization. Experience. Assistant to the president. Supportive administrative efforts of the Office of the President of Caledon. 2 years to present. Assistant junior creative director, Caledon University Drama Department. Co-directed student productions and ran performance workshops. Was an usher. Worked with theater patrons and assisted in backstage operations. I just don't know why this game is so allergic to putting any actual years to anything. Alright, whatever. He got all these awards and he's doing stuff. Cool.
Looking for gigs out on the West Coast, huh? Break a leg, Vin.
Alright, these are just roles. I don't find these particularly worth reading.
Changing Yasmin's schedule must have been agonizing. For both her and Vin.
Desmond arrives on the 13th, which we're vaguely around, like, I want to say 7th, 8th, maybe. I feel like Safi died around here-ish. We're in the dead timeline. Well, no, if she died on the 6th, having funeral home on the 7th, I mean, I guess that's probably when it would happen, right? I don't know. Again, I just wish they put dates on things. I don't know why they stopped. I don't know, like, was it really that difficult to map it all out? It shouldn't be. Oh, your phone does?
The hedgehog,
Not when you get the
distant
text, though.
relative of the shrew, enjoys its rest after a full day's work for the kahuna.
Just don't break it.
I could just get you a new one. It cost me like $2.
I don't want a new one. I want the one you gave me.
Safi bought him that hedgehog? That's sweet.
Okay. I'm wondering, a couple of Aka, but nothing as bad as that. I think my hypothesis in the Alive timeline seems like Safi and Vin. I mean, we're in the Dead timeline, right? We're in Dead. Okay, Vin's phone was here in the Alive timeline with all the messages from the hookup apps. I wonder if, like, wait, did Safi? Well, no, they had to.
No
they would have
way around
dated.
it. I gotta talk to other.
I know. In both timelines, Vin and Safi canoodled, right? And it seemed like this was like more than just like a hookup based on that hedgehog picture that we just looked at. Like
Why
Vin,
is he
Vin was feeling sentimental about the hedgehog gift that Safi got him. I wonder if like she dumped him and then he's been like a fuck parade afterwards to like fill the void.
I mean, talking about
You know,
you of all people.
you get dumped. You download the hookup apps. Let's snapshot the hedgehog.
Say cheese, little guy.
Ah. I'm not gonna double expose it. Vin's like, why are you behind my desk taking pictures? Prickly exterior, it's yet secretly vulnerable. Are you trying to tell us something, Vin? Yeah, and so Max just basically spelled out Vin's character to us with the porcupine, which is that Vin acts like this you know, Casanova, this tough shit that doesn't really care about anyone or their feelings.
Maybe other Vin will spill.
But he is sensitive, and Safi may have broken his heart, and that's why he's on this big fuck parade. Alright. Wasn't I supposed to talk to Diamond, though? Let's shift
No
over.
way around it. I gotta talk to other Vin.
Oh my god. Alright. Oh wait, no, we talked. This is the Vin that we talked to. Dead Vin isn't in here right
Why
now.
is Yasmin talking about you of all people, Vin?
What the fuck is my current goal? Where's the button for that? Oh, here we go. Talk to Vin in the admin building. Speak to Dead World Diamond in the admin building. Okay. So let's be dead.
Maybe other Vin will spill.
And let's find Dead World Diamond.
I wanted to talk to you about Abraxas.
Hot Dog Man!
Oh no! Somebody abandoned their boy.
Pick him up, work hard and mustard big. Here she is. Oh, okay.
Don't mind us, Max. We were just finishing up.
Vin, Abraxas needs new blood.
You mean you need another line on your resume?
And these guys are ops in
Hold up,
this
can we
timeline.
talk?
And maybe the other.
I just wanted to ask you about Maya.
Why?
Please. I can't handle the both of you. Trying to exploit my weak spots.
Alright, Vin was a little more vulnerable in this
Did I
timeline.
just witness a failed crown snatching?
You gotta seize the opportunities when you can. And hey, it almost worked. Speaking of which, what's the deal with Maya? Isn't she the undergrad who died a while ago?
That's her? Why, do you know anything?
Just that Vin looks like he bit into a lemon anytime someone says her name.
So Maya makes Vin uncomfortable, huh? Let's find out why.
Because I think there was a love triangle.
Semester. A special little pissing match for Vin and me. Vin usually runs for Abraxas president unopposed. But if I had the right piece of dirt, I bet I could make him step down.
I don't really know,
If I
like...
give her something juicy and then go to the other timeline, maybe I can listen in on Diamond confronting Vin?
Diamond has only been, like, moderately nice to me. Like, she seems more pleasant than Vin, but, like, I'm not really rooting for her to, like, take over Abraxas. Her whole thing is, like, she like, is hungry for power. So, I don't know. I'm gonna say... Vin's covering something for Yasmin.
Vin gave a public statement about Maya. And I think Yasmin had something to do with it.
Yeah, it's not enough that my own GERD cuts me off. The characters do
That's
too.
the vibe I got. Do with it what you will.
I don't get it. Were Maya and Vin friends or something?
It's a great point, Nox.
I'm not sure.
Please don't talk to me about Chloe, but tell me
Definitely
everything you know about Maya.
And Vin gave a statement about her death. What a pompous little piece of shit.
I'm gonna say don't go too hard on him.
Just try not to go too hard on him, okay? He's not in the greatest place.
Relax.
Well, sometimes you do,
I'm not
Chara.
Loretta.
You play a Ask Me Anything,
Can you
or
do me a favor?
someone uses a sound
I need
drop.
to, like, get out
So
of here
it
to
happens on all fronts. From me,
You got
from the
it.
chat, from the
I won't
game.
jeopardize your getaway.
Alright, Pulse and Living World to
This
investigate
Vin's
Dead
not
World
going
Vin.
to tell me anything. Maybe
And
the
more
other one
posts.
has looser lips. If I'm going, how can they have no record of him?
What?
They sent him.
Alright. Okay, so I started doing a little digging into the alderman situation, and it's already weird. Apparently, neither Vermont State nor Lakeport PD have any record of a Detective Vincent Alderman ever. So it's not that he just died. He erased himself from the timeline entirely, but we still know that he was a thing. Is it only because me and Moses saw it? Like, anyone who didn't witness the disappearing, they just don't know he ever existed? So, like, if he has, like a partner or kids or, like, a family, they just, like, what happens with them? They're just like, oh, we never had a husband or a dad. Like, what? Okay, yeah, that's odd, to say the least. Update. I thought I had a wall in the Alderman mystery, but then I got a single ping in the name Alderman for the name Alderman in the Lakeport area. There's a bizarre report from 40 or so years ago about a widow named Mrs. Marjorie Alderman who'd be in her late 60s now. Oh my god, what the fuck? I'm still reading through it, and I'll reach out soon once I've made sense of it. What? Alright, let me know what you find out, and be careful.
Alderman's mother know what happened to her son?
Oh my god. There's gonna be like a whole sad scene with Alderman's mom.
I need to listen in on this conversation.
Okay.
I need to cross to the other side.
But first, crosstalk. I've lost 2 talented students now, both young women who were highly gifted and bold. I don't know what to make of that beyond I should have done more. The other student you mean was Maya, right? She was in my intro class and impressive as hell from day one. I still think of her frequently. Isabel was one of the ladies that we just saw in there talking to Rati, I think, was the other professor about the 4-day work week. Wish I could have met Maya. She seems like such a real one. And Kim is someone who we keep hearing referenced by the British girl and her friend. Dropping a new episode of Get a Glow in 2 days that digs deeper into the Safi Llewellyn Fayad case and explores the death of Maya Okada, Safi's former classmate who also passed away at Caledon. Can't wait to listen. Please be respectful to former students who have passed. I'm so sorry for your loss, President Fayad. I mean that 100%. This is my way of being respectful. Their stories deserve more attention. I see. Okay. Diamond mentioned Vin reacts whenever Maya is mentioned. The question we both want to know is why. We still don't know who put the fucking skull in Safi's alive car. So, like, what the fuck? Alright, we're going to shift to Living World. And where is Dead World Vin? I'm assuming in the office. Right here. Hello? You want to say anything? Oh, here we go.
Can you let a man make a stale cup of coffee in peace?
No. Because here's the thing. I didn't want to bring this up before, but I know about the statement you made. About Maya. Yasmin asked you to give that statement, didn't she?
That's an extremely fucked up thing to bring up.
Nobody expects the head of Abraxas to be Mother Teresa, but they shouldn't be covering up details about someone's death.
All right, fine. You want to know what happened? After Maya died, Yasmin told me that if I stated on the record that Maya was troubled...
Okay. So, seems to me now that Maya did not have mental health problems, that she was not troubled, and that is all a cover-up, and she did not even kill herself. That's what I'm being led to believe at this point. I don't think Safi drove Maya to suicide. I think she probably killed her or had something, whether it was an accident, overdose, I don't know. Or just straight up murdered with a gun.
You wanted a performance, and now you're gonna kill her. I grew up without any money, okay? Most kids at Caledon don't get what that's like.
It's Maya's skull. Oh, Maya was a cow the whole time.
So yes, Yasmin promised me a stable, respectable job, health insurance. And I took it. And I cared about Maya. And it was a horrible thing to do, and I've regretted it ever since.
Also, Alive Vin is like, what are you doing here, just standing here?
I don't have to bring that up in the debate.
There's not gonna be a debate. I'm dropping out of the race.
You're just gonna let me be the head of Abraxas? Like that?
But it's no fun without the struggle. The power struggle.
In the end,
The 13th
Vin
struggle.
met Maya in Lucas's class. And he also knows something about the cow skull through Sophie's windshield, which conveniently made Lucas look guilty.
Well, looks like Diamond's president
if I can
now.
pressure the other Vin,
By default.
maybe he'll tell me what the hell is
She's
going
like, but
on here.
it's not fun unless there's an actual battle. Come back! Fight me, coward! Alright, speak to Living World Vin about Maya. Alright, so let's unpulse. I will say, as much flack as I've given, like, the technical side of things and the occasional writing quirk or oddity, I do think, like, it is a very ambitious and so far impressive weaving between the two timelines. Like, it's confusing, and you gotta, you know, stay on the ball to keep track of it, but it's been really fun, so at the very least, it's been engaging.
He looks so composed. Let's hope what I've learned is enough to crack him.
Release the Kraken!
I know you're busy. Give me just a minute of your time.
This better be worth it.
Yasmin gave you this job as a favor, didn't she? For talking to a reporter who was writing about Maya's death?
Didn't your parents ever teach you to not bring up people's dead friends for no reason?
There is a reason. I promise.
Please, enlighten me.
I'm trying to help myself. I think someone would be the more noble thing, right?
It might not make a lot of sense, but I'm trying to help someone. And that means learning about Maya.
Maya's been dead for years now. She can't help you or anyone else.
Just go with me for a second, okay?
All right.
You said in your statement that Maya was troubled. But that wasn't true, was it? Vin.
You're not wrong, Nox.
Ask Lucas Colmenero.
Oh god, this fucking guy. Everything, it's a goose chase.
Blood on his hands.
What?
You're not saying Lucas
Killed her? Not literally, but
well,
the man deserves every misfortune that befalls him.
Great, Vin and Lucas are ops. That's like, again, like,
for example,
which one do I even root for?
if Sophie suspected him of tossing a cow skull through her windshield?
No more free secrets. I have a reputation to protect.
Okay, well now I feel like my theory is
I guess I could reveal
gone.
one of the other secrets I know.
Because Lucas being involved at all with Sophie's death, or not Sophie, Maya's death, completely turns what I had going on its head. I have no idea how he would factor into it. Unless it's like Sophie was in Lucas's class and like encouraged some sort of like fucked up lived experience to write about. And so that's, I don't know. I'm like going into this angle that like Sophie killed Maya or had her killed for the art of it all. And Lucas may have encouraged that philosophy. That's the only thing I can think of to tie it all together and keep my theory intact, but I think my theory's probably dead. Which one do I want to reveal? I told Lucas I wouldn't reveal anything about the restraining order. To be honest, I don't really care. I'm not as interested in that one as much as I am with this one. Because with this one, I figure I know what happened there. I feel like alternate Lucas... Although, wouldn't alternate Lucas have looked like a ghosty guy? I'm trying to think of when Reggie said that he saw himself. I don't think he described it as, like, a ghosty-looking Reggie. So did Reggie see alternate timeline Reggie, or just from a few days ago Reggie? Because so far, we don't have any evidence exactly that people have seen people from other timelines. We've seen Alderman see himself from before. But then, of course, there's Gwen being spotted, someone who looks just like Gwen selling drugs. So if we're seeing people that look just like someone, they don't look like ghosts. So I'm assuming they're from the alternate timeline. All this to say, I feel like I've already have this restraining order thing figured out. Alternate Lucas told his son about the divorce and not Safi. So I'm gonna pick this one.
You and Safi had a thing, didn't you?
One, information I already know isn't exactly thrilling. Two, I'm dying to know how you figured that one out. Because I'm confident it wasn't Safi.
Classic Max snooping.
I saw a photo on your phone.
Oh, okay. Just tell the truth.
Remind me not to underestimate you.
All right. So was
At
the
least
cow
put it
skull
in your private gallery. What's wrong with you?
Yes.
The cow skull was Vin? Okay. What?
So, why?
I mean, you've seen a pissed off Safi before. She's like a force of nature.
Is he trying to weaponize her?
When I heard her book got squashed, I seized an opportunity to aim her at a deserving target.
Lucas.
So you were what? Protecting Gwen?
That's as much as you get. And now I really do have to get back to work.
God, it really all is intertwined, which is what I wanted it to be.
Caulfield, whatever the real reason is for you digging up old history, be respectful to Maya. She suffered enough while she was alive.
She suffered enough, but she wasn't suffering from mental health problems because Dead Vin just admitted that she didn't really have any of that going on.
Max.
Oh my
Don't need
God.
to knock. My door's always open. Come on in. I want to show you something.
And Vin saying Lucas is indirectly responsible for Maya's death. Stained rug?
Looks like someone had a party foul. Wasn't me, but man, I wish it could have been.
Whoever it was that tipped me in THC gummies last night, are you single? Hot? I feel like we got a good thing going here. Your THC fairy godmother probably doesn't remember last night, let's be real. You're ruining my fantasy. Sorry. Gwen, to my rock, my light, and my favorite drinking buddy, Claudia. Thank you for being my wife. Without you, I'd probably still be crying alone in a bar in Kansas. Every single fucking time I stream this game, there's a typo. Like an egregious, like if you're reading it out loud, you're going to notice a typo. When I write YouTube scripts, you know, the one guy who makes a YouTube video, just me, production company one here, I read my script out loud as I'm writing it, and of course I have to read it out loud when I record it, but that's how you catch these things, right? When you're a writer, you need to read what you're writing out loud as you go, so you can catch any mistakes. Without you, I'd probably still be crying alone in a bar in Kansas. Doesn't make any sense. Without you, I'd probably still be crying alone in a bar in Kansas. Again, plausible deniability because people make typos, but no other game in the series, all of which had a social media aspect to it, or phone to text or emails, whatever, none of them had this many typos. It just didn't happen. Every single episode we find one of these. I get mad about this because I'm like a writing guy, and like I was a writing tutor, and I would look over people. Like it's very easy to catch these things. Every single episode is like, what are we doing? Again, I get that I don't think it's intentional because every other one we found is either. We also find them in written out notes. We saw one in an email from someone who is an editor in universe. So I think they're actually just like the devs and the writers not staying on the ball with this stuff. Okay. I thought we had text, but did we not? Oh, message Lucas. I'm going to respond to him right here. Okay, if you're available, Max, I've acquired an extra ticket to the Burlington Expo. To clarify, this is strictly an invitation from a colleague. I have no interest in you outside of that. I'm going to respond right now that you're not my cup of tea. Thanks, but it's not really my cup of tea.
Lucas must be really grateful if he deigns to be this nice to me.
Well, if you're interested in expanding your horizons, the opportunity still stands. I don't mean to be a bitch about the typo stuff, but it's just like... You know, there's a lot of money and people going into making this game, and so you would think, like, you should... There shouldn't be an opportunity for me to spot one of these every single time I stream the game. Not just once per episode of the game, but, like, I've done 4 streams across 3 episodes now.
I don't recognize the name.
Oh, that. A fan sent it to me.
I guess I said that out loud.
He's quite famous.
I'd think.
Do you follow much football?
Not really.
He called it football. It's soccer. I'm kidding. I'm not mad about that one.
Ah, are you familiar with Araucaria forests?
Oh, he said it with the accent.
I'm not. They look beautiful, though.
Well, next time the Wanderlust hits you.
I just don't get the impression that this guy is that bad. Like, he is a douche, but I think that's all he is. Like, he's every campus's douchey writing guy, you know? No worries, and have it going.
My son gave that to me a few years ago. I just dug it out of storage.
It would also be really derivative of the Jefferson stuff from the first game for Lucas to have, like, a really heavy hand in anything.
What can I get you to tell me about Maya?
Alright, let's chit-chat.
What did you want to show me?
Take a look at that.
Also, anyone who has played the game, do you know how far I am from the end of this episode?
Holy shit. He actually did it. Did I make the right choice? Should I have told Safi about this?
Alright, restraining order went through. Just legalese here.
A movie? Holy shit. Now I don't have to read the rest of the book.
Got some great news for you. Olympus Mons Pictures is interested in the film rights for Wilder Beasts than these. I'll call you with more details and next steps, so keep an eye out. Underpaid author wrangler, Samuel. Not a lot. Okay. I think I'd like to finish episode 3.
A pen's so fancy
Tonight.
I'd be nervous to write with it. Looks like Lucas has been having some late nights.
Alright, computer.
This is actually a really cool shot.
I'm guessing this
I
is
hope
his
Robbie's
son.
doing okay.
He does karate and debate. Wasn't it debate nationals that he went to? Alright, what else? I think I'm done here, Lucas.
It's a temporary one. I bought myself 2 weeks to find some solid evidence. I know you may not be thrilled. Safi's your friend. But it's giving me a lot of peace of mind, so thank you.
You're welcome.
No problem. I hope whatever's going on between you and Safi.
Again, alive Lucas hasn't really done anything to personally offend me or Max, besides be generally pretentious.
I'm afraid that ship has sailed. But I'm sure that's not why you came to my office. How can I help you, Max?
Well, let's do some small talk first. How's Robbie?
How's Robbie doing?
Still angry with me, but
He's
we're
like, you
making
came to my
progress.
office to ask me about my son?
I canceled a few things to go to his taekwondo match.
Oh, it was taekwondo.
I think it made him happy.
Burlington Book
Why
Expo.
aren't you at that Burlington book event?
The book expo? I pulled out. Didn't seem important, what with everything happening to Robbie and all this.
The Dragon Quest XI protagonist? Is that the one that's like the base model in Smash? I get like the hair is a similar color and length, maybe? Is that it?
I don't mean to pry, but I couldn't help seeing that email from your agent.
While I silently stood at your
Oh.
desk for a minute.
No worries. It's an incredible feeling. Getting chosen for the big screen. About time, right?
You're right, Barty.
Just don't tell people yet. Okay, Max? These sorts of things, they have to be announced properly. I'm thinking at Krampus.
Krampus?
Probably. I have a call with my agent later. I'll get the details then.
Yeah, why is everyone printing out their emails? For convenience of
I was
plot.
wondering, what can you tell me about Maya Okada?
Huge shift in convo here.
Why do you ask?
God, everyone just like locks up when you... You must know why.
Surely you know why I'm asking. Better than anyone else.
I'm afraid I don't, actually. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a phone call to take with my agent, so if you could see yourself out.
I blew it.
Sure.
Well, Mobby's gonna switch over to another timeline, right? Or maybe not. Maybe I actually do leave. Okay, bye.
Well, that was a bust. Won't be able to snoop around in here either.
I guess I can do this again. Stop blaming yourself.
Eventually, you'll understand.
I feel like I always default to
Not
liking the top
everything
option
that
more.
happens is your fault.
Short and sweet. Let's try hearing from the past. Yeah. Oh yeah, we heard from the writer guy last time. Which sounded like it could have been Reggie.
Into the society. I'll be damned if I quit because of one little comment. Still, if I don't speak up, who will? I swear, if it was anyone else in charge, I'd feel a little bit better about all this. I don't know.
That's true,
The
Wiggler.
society.
Pennsylvania
Was she
has
talking about Abraxas?
Groundhog's Day. Okay. Oh, it is a 6 skeleton. I was like, what the fuck is T-Mac talking about? But yeah. Hello, it's me! I breathe green fire! Awesome. Right, what was my goal right now? Information about Maya. Talk to Vin. Is that just like old news? I think it is. I think the UI is fucked again. Because I just talked to Vin. Tree!
Tree.
Tree! Okay, that was just a dev having fun. I can't talk to Loretta. Because I remember when it was like, talk to Living World Diamond or Dead World Diamond. I can't remember. I think it was Dead World Diamond. It also had the Vin thing underneath it, even though we had already talked to him. So I don't know.
I need to get into Lucas's office.
Oh,
in the
right,
other
right.
timeline.
Well, first,
Dang,
grade books.
Safi must be a grading machine.
Oh, this is Safi's office. Or unless you just dropped it off here. Suck to suck, Emma Finzer. And then what's this? Nope.
And then she didn't.
Safi, please remember to lock the door when you're finished grading. Okay, so this isn't her office. I don't think. Kind of confused on what this space is, unless does it say? No, it's Professor Doran Carlson.
Wait, Donner and Blitzen means thunder and lightning?
Oh, I had no idea. Well, I guess
Same as
Blitzen makes
Frank
sense,
Bristol
right?
Metal.
Blitz. What's up, Greenie? The Rat Hole. New hole just dropped, folks. Heavy Metal Christmas Battle of the Bands. I bet Barnabas knew that. That feels like something Barnabas would have known.
The art department really pushes for self-expression in every medium. I like that about Caledon.
No, I don't. I don't think it was offered at school until after I graduated.
Oh, wow.
High school,
These
I mean.
are, extremely creepy. Sorry.
Alright, I guess I'm crossing over to Dead Timeline. Santa!
My younger self might have thought this would make an edgy photo.
Really? Just a Santa hat on the table? Yeah, we know that the teachers broke this fucking table. These are teachers.
If we can't sit on tables, where are the cool kids expected to sit? In chairs? Like a bunch of squares?
Like a bunch of squares?
No, Lucas. Sounds like a great time to take a look around inside.
000 until tomorrow? Is that a thing? 000? I never seen that or heard that. Oh, out of office. Fuck me. I hate everything and myself.
Another shitty day.
000. What could it mean?
Alright, let's see what I can find about Maya.
Think about me every night.
This
Oh.
normal drip just doesn't cut it for Professor Colmenero.
Isn't that sweet? Well, I guess so. Let's take a picture of this office we're breaking into.
Shiny and probably hasn't typed a word in years.
Oh, shit.
Kinda like Lucas.
Perfect. Crushed it. Landscape painting?
Don't think I've ever seen this sort of tree in the wild.
I cannot identify. Whoa! Sick! Look at that! Collision. KH2 would never let you walk on a chair like that. I couldn't even get through without laughing.
Do you have something for me, Mr. Filing Cabinet?
Let's save that for a bit. Devil Standy. He took it back
Poor
in.
devil. Banished to the hell from whence he came.
Crunch. Crunch ties me, Captain. Sorry about that. Just my computer going and then stopping for 3 seconds because that's just a thing that it does. What the fuck?
How'd they get in here? Jesus, some of these items are priceless. I've got a lot on my plate. I don't need this right now. Where the hell's Yasmin? Where's security?
Also, everyone says that. Oh, I didn't mean to.
First Gwen's slashed tires.
Well.
Now Lucas's office?
I didn't realize Gwen's
What's
tires were
going
slashed.
on in his timeline?
Everyone says that lady's name differently, including me. I flop between Yasmin and Yasmin, but he like really put the stank on the Yaz. Where's Yasmin? Yasmin. Everyone's got their own way of saying it.
Seems like at least one student remembers Lucas fondly.
He has like a bunch of dick riders on social media, you know? Mr. Colmenero, it's been years and you probably don't remember me, but I was hoping you'd do me the honor of being the first one to read this. My publisher would go crazy for a blurb, but that's not what's important. But it's a subtle guess, or a subtle nudge toward him doing that. You inspired me so much as an undergrad, I just want you to tell me your thoughts. The golden moment.
World's okayest dad. Might be the first time Lucas didn't oversell himself.
Not even I would have the heart to give world's okayest dad to my father. Because he's not, he is the best.
That's probably his ex-wife.
Ooh.
They look really happy here.
Okay, so it is ex-wife. Well, looky.
What a strange place to find a key. Must be significant.
God, this is very, very Resident Evil 1. Just like flipping the item around, like, oh, a secret key. I know a bunch of games probably do that, but RE1 is a little fresher in my mind.
Surely there's something good in here.
I think I'm in love with the slug.
I didn't know Lucas did fun.
Interesting. Would you still love me if I was a slug? Well, we do have the key.
Doesn't fit.
It's giving RE1 vibes.
Nope.
It's always the last one you try. Oh,
Do you
didn't mean
have
to
something
examine.
for me, Mr. Filing Cabinet?
Okay, at least this opens.
These folders are all from this year.
Really? Is it really the last one? Oh yeah, you guys would still love me if I was a worm, right? I have a vague memory of that conversation.
That's a lot of junk. But maybe what I need is somewhere in there.
No? What? If I, like, acted the same way, I just looked like a slug.
Yasmin did one of these?
The Snapping Turtle and Caledon University present Krampus on campus. Libations and board games at 7. Krampus roast with guest of honor Yasmin Fayyad at 8. Have you been naughty or nice?
M.O. That could definitely be Maya Okada.
Or Missouri. Can't believe the Lucas Colmenero wants to be my mentor. Going to bring in what I have so far tomorrow. I'm a little stuck on where to go next, so maybe you can help me brainstorm. Excited to see what you think. Thanks again, M.O.
Whoa, why were Lucas and Maya meeting so much? This can't be a repeat of what happened at my high school. One time
Yeah,
was
you would
far
hope
too
not. Just from a writing perspective, that would also be really disappointing, so I doubt it's that.
I didn't realize just how much Lucas's book has resonated with people.
Dear Professor Colmenero, I'm writing to tell you that the Caledon Book Club is going to be reading Wilder Beast and These for the month of March. I read it last summer and absolutely fell in love with it. I think it's probably my favorite book now, and I wanted to share that experience with the rest of the group. Wilder Beast Than Thee means a lot. Wilder Beast Than Thee means a lot to me, especially as a Latina. I don't get to see myself represented much in media, so Carolina's story is pretty near and dear to my heart. It would make my year if you came to the book club meeting on Tuesday, March 31st at 5. I was thinking you could help be here while we discuss the book and maybe do a small reading for us. Excited to hear your reply. Maybe, I guess Lucas, is Colmenero, is that like a Latin name? Because he said he went to the forest in Chile with his father, I think. I don't know what kind of book this is, if it's like nonfiction or if it's a fictional book or what. Like, I don't know what the book's about or even what genre it is. I'm sure if I paid more attention, I would know.
Well, this at least confirms Maya took
Yeah, he
his
could be
class.
Chilean. Well, there's the first we've actually seen of Maya. God, Vin kind of looks like Nathan up there. So we have Vin, Safi, and Maya, all freshmen, at the same time.
Of course, Lucas is the type of asshole that makes you buy his own book for class.
Here's the syllabus. Anything interesting? Just the grade breakdown, and don't plagiarize. Alright, did we look at everything? I think we did. Yep. Okay, I probably could have told you that they were already in the same class. Oh wait, there is a Chilean flag right there. Isn't that the Chilean flag? Right, this one right here. So yeah, that makes sense. Ooh, we can open the typewriter. Did a reading when the book wasn't even released yet? Oh.
That's not what I was expecting. Wait, 1,000,000 miles beneath my feet? I know this. Maya wrote this.
Alright, I am going to read this because I think it's important, because it's Maya stuff. So, 1,000,000 miles beneath my feet. Something less pointed and more metaphor. In that city, the beast rose and stared into me. It became me. I had always been the beast. But that was later. Now I was trembling, freezing cold on a January morning. I took a step toward the moving truck, glanced back at the people gathered on the curb, and instantly understood what it felt like to drown. My parents were looking at each other, and Abasan was looking at the ground. An outsider might see this as obstinance, disapproval at my departure. But I knew they'd been crying, and they didn't want to see me. These people owned my soul, I thought. Separating from them was like trying to breathe water. All I could do was thrash. 18 is too young. Hannah is only a girl, Abasan said over dinner the night before, talking about me like I wasn't there. She's American, said my father, like that explained it. We're all American now. All of us except my brother Kato. He had his job in Tokyo. Not even wild horses could drag him from Japan. Those same wild horses that took me from the only home I've ever known, across 200 miles of highway to a city with a beast at its center, where inside that labyrinth the people who owned my soul would have it torn away from them. This notion of displacement would translate no matter the country. Interesting. We know that Maya is native. I wonder... I don't know.
Come on, there's gotta be a copy.
There was like a native angle
10 of them.
to the first game as well, but a little less pronounced. And probably more problematic because it was like, ooh, the school's built on the Native American burial ground.
Holy shit. It's the same.
Huh. Okay. He stole it. he stole... I thought they said Maya Okada was native. Okay, so I could be wrong. I might be thinking of somebody else. My apologies if I was wrong on that. Okay, so Lucas stole Maya's work here and swapped out the names. Swapped out Abasan with Abuelita. Well, let me look up the... Oh, maybe was she Japanese? Yeah, I'm getting Amanda and Maya mixed up. What was it? Obasa? Wait, let me go back. I can look at it. Obasan. So if that's like a word for like a grandparent or grandma. Obasan. Okay, Japanese. So Maya's Japanese then. My bad. Yeah, I think Amanda was the character I was getting her mixed up with who's native. Because I was going to say, Okada does sound like a Japanese name. Okay, so yeah, swapped out the word for grandma with Abuelita. Carolina swapped out from Hannah. David swapped out for Kaito. Or Kaito.
Finn was right. Lucas does have blood on his hands.
Read all staff
This
books?
is what
Oh.
I've been missing this entire time.
Well, the book isn't really in... Neither of these things are in focus, but I have evidence now.
I have to talk to Safi.
Yeah, Safi, we've kind of not really been interacting with a ton at all this episode. We had, like, the one moment with her. Okay, flashbang.
Safi, hey.
Where we shot her, or before we shot her.
Stay
Uh-oh.
strong, Habibti. You know where to find me.
I've never heard Habibti. I wonder if that's, like, a different gendering of the term?
Is something wrong?
Oh. You want to talk to me now?
Uh-oh.
I've got nothing to say to you.
What, because I shot you?
Did you spread my business to someone else? Dig up a couple more clues?
Shit. She knows I've been asking questions.
Oh my god, you're
Sure
right,
who you've
Chara.
been talking to.
That was like
But I
a
have
seizure
a good
risk of the
reason.
spore stream.
You have a good reason. Well, in that case, what's your good reason, Max?
I'm gonna say... Oh, there you go. Okay, Habibi is
I'm
masculine.
worried about you. I think there might be someone that means you harm.
Yeah. Me too. I don't have the energy for this. I think you should leave me alone for a while. Maybe a long while.
Back at the ST. Again, I'd rather wait for like an extra 10 to 20 seconds on a black screen with a loading symbol than do load into a scene that's not ready to present itself. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. I'd rather just check Twitter for a second
So many
while I wait for the
nights
game to
like
load.
this when I was on the road.
If it meant that the game was ready, you know.
Hotels. I liked being alone then. At least, I think I did.
Well, I get the impression I'm going to be walking around the snapping turtle again, so...
Joyce still treats me like her second daughter. Even after
Well, she hasn't texted you in 2 months.
everything. Sometimes it feels like she pins the hope she had for Chloe on me. The least I could do is make her proud.
Again, this scene would be entirely different at the very if at the very beginning of the game we said that Chloe broke up with us, because Joyce would be dead. She would have died in the storm.
I can't just sit here feeling sorry hard.
Unless Max would be like, remember Joyce? She always treated me like her second daughter. I don't know.
I could ask Amanda to help me drown my sorrows.
New journal entry. And crosstalk from Victoria. Drop everything. In high school, I knew a punk chick with the worst fashion sense, or so I thought. But now I could photograph anyone in the world. If I could photograph anyone in the world, I'd photograph her. Maybe you could reach out to her? I wish I could, but she died years ago. It was literally the photo shoot of my dreams now. Your tastes have really evolved. I'd love to see something like this from you. Kind of a weird thing to say, Victoria. There's still a good part of the episode left. Okay, so maybe I'll leave it off here then because I'm hungry. It's kind of nice, but you know, I wish I could just take a photograph of the dead girl. All right, let's read our journal page. There are a lot of creeps in the world. Sorry, a lot of creeps in the world, and Lucas Colmenero is one of them. He acts like he's dignified, but he's a user. Jefferson was all charm too until he wasn't. No matter how kind he acts, what he did was an abuse of power, and Maya's dead because of it. Okay, wait. I feel like we've taken a bit of a leap here. Like, I get that he stole her book, but is Max saying that's what led her to suicide? I'm not sure now. She's like making this conclusion that he abused his power and Maya's dead because of it. Who knows what Lucas is capable of? I feel sorry for Robbie to have such an asshole for a dad. I feel sorry for Safi too. So many people failed her, including me. Also, yeah, I mean, revising the thing about Lucas not seeming like that bad of a guy. Like, he did rip off a student's work and pass it off as his own, and potentially led her to killing herself over that, I think. Okay, so then I think we're gonna close it down here, as painful as it is, because I'm really into it. I feel like we've really been the game's hitting its stride in terms of its plot, in terms of its performance, and just general, you know, polishedness. Maybe not so much, but probably the messiest stream so far in that regard. But still having a lot of fun thinking about where it's all going and theorizing with you guys. Yeah, unfortunately, we're not going to be back until... I could do one on Wednesday. It just depends. I'll be getting back home Wednesday. But I'll be itching for this, so we'll see. Thursday at the latest, though, is when we'll be back. The outro screen will tell you the dates and times. But I am on Twitter. I am on Discord. I am on Patreon if you want to check me out in any of those places. But yeah, thanks so much for hanging out tonight, and I will see you when I see you Thursday. At the latest, okay? Be safe, be kind, be courteous. Take it easy. Have a great night. Bye.